We're back, baby. Got a huge show for you guys tonight, and I'm pumped. So let's fucking do it.
Yes, listen up, motherfuckers, I'm about to spit like a world's greatest show, yeah, this is it. It is the beginning, saying this proves out of his not just his message thing. With show on drops, it's time to begin. To talk about shouting in front of them. Let the trash roll over, the world's on fire. Be a parody, shit's getting dire. Religious bullshit, it won't make you feel like dying. Cause you touch your more children and only do I need. Go from zeros to heroes just for one day. It's the world's greatest show and it's coming your way.
Do it with me, y'all! Get those fists pumping! Work up a sweat! And also, rock!
It's time for the Dusty Show! It's time for the Dusty Show! And we never grow. Time for the Dusty Show! It's time for the Dusty Show!
And we never grow up! What the fuck is up, humanity? Welcome to the only show that exists on YouTube. Don't check. It's the Dusty Show, and fuck yeah, we're back, baby. I had my birthday on Monday, so I was like, do you want to do a show? Fuck no, I don't want to do a show on my goddamn birthday. But you know, I did work, though. I've been working on my book, y'all. Man, y'all, I might be biased, but this is the greatest book anybody has ever written. And I wrote it all by myself. No help from AI. Fuck you. But man, it is just jam-packed, action-packed from the very fucking first word to the last. You're going to be like, holy shit. And spent a lot of time, spent all weekend working on it. I got 6 chapters roughed in. Now you might be saying, hey, Dusty, didn't you have 8 chapters roughed in before? Hey, fuck you, first of all. But, yeah, but I had to rewrite the whole thing because the first chapter was so good. I had to go back and rewrite the whole goddamn thing. So I got 6 out of the 8 chapters roughed in, and man, it's good, y'all. I got to find some time to work on it. But no one's going to read it. No one's going to give a shit, but I give a shit. I love it. So I worked on that a lot. And hey, thank you. I got so much birthday love, y'all. It's a little bit overwhelming. I know it seems weird, but for some reason, I don't think of myself as like a public figure. And I know you're like, you're not. Shut up. I apparently am, because like hundreds of people, or 100, said happy birthday to me on Facebook. So that's something. So I'm overwhelmed by it. And I actually teared up a little bit. Means a lot to me, guys, and I appreciate it. I love you a lot, and I'm just so honored to be a part of your life. You know, we're all in this together. We all just happen to exist on this rock at the same exact time. We get to share this experience at exactly the same time, and I don't want to tear up, but it's such an honor to be able to share this experience with you guys, to live on the same earth at the same time as you guys, and we're all in this together, and I really appreciate all the love, and it really hit me right here in the heart. So thank you. And also, more sadness. Story time with Uncle Dusty. Story time with Uncle Dusty. What happened to my graphic? I used to have that cool-ass graphic around here for story time. I guess it's gone. Fuck that. Anyway. So bad news. My Uncle Ray is dying. He has 4 to 6 weeks to live. He got the cancer, y'all. And not like we're real close or anything, but, you know, he's been in my life somewhat throughout the beginning. But he's alcoholic. He's been an alcoholic his whole life. And, man, just alcohol is one of the leading causes of cancer, y'all. I actually haven't had anything to drink in a week. I'm trying to sober up. I think I might be done with it. I think I might have been scared straight. He's got cancer riddled all through his body. And, it's sad. Actually, this whole week, it's made me confront my immortality. You know, the fact that I'm going to live forever, but have to watch every single one of you die and be deleted right in front of me. And it's sad, to be honest with you. It's super fucking sad that I'm going to have to live forever and watch that for you guys. But I've been thinking about what I'm actually going to say to him. I'm going to go down and visit him this weekend. Probably the last time I'll ever see him. And I'm just thinking, what are you going to say to the guy? And I guess what I think about death is this, you know, you will never know death. None of us will, especially me, but you guys will never know death. Because, like, when you die, either one of two things is going to happen. So either you're going to be deleted, eternal darkness, nothing, which you will never know. You'll be alive, and then you'll be dead, and you're never going to know death. Or There's some kind of afterlife, which I actually hope there is. As an atheist, I hope there's an afterlife. I hope this is a simulation. I hope when I die, this is my like biggest fantasy about death. I die, close my eyes, and then drift away for the first time, and then all of a sudden, boom! I'm in that tunnel from the show Stargate. You know, I'm like, what the fuck is up? And then I burst out on the other end, and it's like that Rick and Morty episode where it's just some dude playing a game. It happened like 5 minutes my whole life, but he's like, holy shit, I'm back. I can't believe I just played the Dusty game. And some guy's like, oh, it's an awesome game, isn't it? It's pretty cool, but he's weird. Holy shit, why does he masturbate so much? I don't know, but I enjoyed it. That's what I hope happens, but I don't fucking know. But one thing I do know is you will never fucking know death, right? Either way. So like it's like it was before you were born. I don't sit around and have fear about before I was born. You know, I wasn't born when Hitler took power. I wasn't born when the Native Americans were on this earth. I don't sit around and be like, oh my God, I'm so scared that I wasn't around when the dinosaurs lived. I don't feel like that. So either way, it's going to be the same thing. So I try not to worry about it too much. I always tell myself whenever I think about it, wait, you're alive right now, motherfucker. You're alive right now. Maybe you'll die someday. Probably not, but maybe. But you're alive right fucking now, and that's what counts. So enjoy that shit. And so I try to do it, right? So then we're pivoting to another story in Storytime with Uncle Dusty. Stay with me. It's the weave, baby. I'm weaving. So you guys know my cousin Ken lives with me. He doesn't really live with me. I mean, sort of. So when I bought this house, it's a 3,600 big square foot house on one floor. And when I bought it, they had it divided into like 3 apartments. And for the most part, we pretty much kept it divided like it was. And I have somebody that lives in one side and he lives the other side. I don't ever see him because it's completely sealed off over there. We rarely even run into each other. But he's my cousin, you know. And he had kind of a rough upbringing. A lot of people mistreated him. His dad died young and he didn't really have a lot of people to look after him like they should. And he'd been through some tough times. He's about maybe 10 years younger than me. He's probably 40. And was kind of going through some hard times. And so I said, no, you can come live here with me. And I live here completely free. He lives free. He doesn't pay any rent. I pay all the utilities. I pay the internet. I pay the water bill, gas bill. I pay everything. He lives here completely rent free. And in exchange, like he helps me out around the house, like mows the grass sometimes. And if I need something, he'll come help me out. But he's able to build a life for himself that he didn't before. He gets to go get his kid every other weekend and bring him over here. He was able to save up money to buy himself a car. So I'm proud to be able to help him any way I possibly can, right? That's your family. So anyway, he's been dealing with my Uncle Ray. He went to get him from the hospital and brought him back to the house. And when he got back, apparently my cousin Amber, who is my cousin on my mom's side, my mom's sister who recently died, is her daughter. And like, she's like 10 years younger than us. And because of that, I haven't had like much of a relationship with her. Because like we were growing up, there were girls that were 10 years younger. So I didn't have anything to do with them. And I probably only seen them like a handful of times in my life. And I haven't seen her in 30 years, at least 30 years. So I haven't thought about her in 30 years, really, to be honest with you. Why the fuck would I? But apparently they've been thinking about me. Everybody's a fucking busybody. So she called up Ken. Starts bitching about Ken. Why are you living with Dusty? We're so disappointed in you that you would dare live with Dusty. Dusty's evil. He's satanic. I thought better of you, Ken. He was basically like, bitch, shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? I'm a grown-ass man. I don't need your fucking permission. But at the same time, like, what the hell? They got me painted like I'm this evil Satanist or something. Literally, my life consists of sitting in bed, working on this show, watching TV, and petting cats. That's all I fucking do, baby. I mean, I write sometimes, but they apparently think I'm way more interesting than I am. And so my mom was all pissed off. She heard about this. My mom went all fucking gangster because their mom, Elizabeth, had been living with my mom for like 2 years. She had a stroke and then couldn't move, couldn't take care of herself, couldn't wipe her own ass. And so my mom, who is a fucking saint, let her move in while her kids almost lifted no fingers to do a goddamn thing for her. My mom, who was 75, was changing this woman's diaper every day, waiting on her hand and foot, keeping her alive. until she passed away. And so my mom literally physically couldn't do it anymore. And so my mom heard about them talking shit about me, and she was like, oh, fuck no, you don't talk bad about my kids. I'm going to send them a sternly worded letter on the Facebook, because I've had grace to them up until now, taking care of their mom until she died. I had grace on them because their mom's still alive, but their mom ain't alive no more. I'm all out of motherfucking grace. And I'm like, damn, mama getting gangsta as shit. But at the same time, like, I had to tell her, don't message those people, because literally, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit what they think? Who gives a shit what they say? Like, honestly, I like when people talk about me. If I were them, I'd be talking about me too. You know, I'm obviously more interesting than anything they got going on in their fucking life. I ain't thought about you in 30 years, so I take it as a comment. And then, like, everybody was telling me her business after she was talking shit about me. Like, I didn't care, I didn't ask, but they were like, dude, she's such a fucking hypocrite. So they're big, of course, Jesus lovers. They're Jesus freaks. But, like, every Jesus freak on earth is fake as shit, right? Apparently, she got, like, 8 kids. 8 kids, this woman. Ouch, first. But also, she got a kid with another man who was not her husband. That's what I hear. Allegedly. And apparently, her husband is a cuck. Because this guy that she has this other kid with also has his own family. So they built a basement, a special living room basement area where the guy can come around and hang out with my cousin Amber, who he's not married to, away from his family and kids, and hang out with her and his kid in the basement, I guess, while her husband stays upstairs and jacks off or whatever. So, as always, fucking hypocrites like a motherfucker, okay? I guarantee you I live my life way more like Jesus than you motherfuckers. I literally do nothing except rescue cats and animals and mind my own fucking beeswax. But anyway, hey, motherfuckers, here's the attention you ordered. I suggest you keep my motherfucking name out your mouth, but you do you. And that is my story time with Uncle Dusty. And folks, we got a big ass show tonight. Man, look at this. Look at all this. Took me forever to put this motherfucker together. I worked on it to the last minute, scrolling, still scrolling. Holy God! Hardest working man on YouTube. I gotta be, since it's the only show. Once again, don't check. So as always, the super chats are open. It's the lifeblood of the show. It's how I make my money. I don't sell nothing, folks. Don't sell shit. Although I might sell my book when it's done. We'll see. But I don't allow ads to run on my show because fuck that. I don't trust what they're going to advertise. But I make my living with these super chats over here. Boom, there's the dollar sign. Click that, see what happens. You donate money and I read words. That's how it works. So if you can help me out, please do, because I'm broke. And all right, let's go ahead and kick the show off, folks. Another depressing ass week, but there's a few funny, good stuff in here. Hey, and at least we're all in this together. So as usual, kick it off a little bit of Chud Watch. Hey, yeah, yo. Where your mama at? Then what happens? And what does Ric Flair say? Woo! Fuck yeah, baby! And first off, so I covered this back when it fucking happened, y'all. You guys remember? Trump was at some kind of press conference or whatever with a bunch of governors and whatnot, and he demanded one of the governors kill all the trans people in their state, I assume. And she's like, I'm not killing all the trans people, that's against the law. And he's like, you better kill all the trans people, otherwise I'm not giving you any money. Anyway, here's sort of how it went.
The NCAA has complied immediately, by the way, that's good. But I understand Maine, is Maine here, the governor of Maine?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you not going to comply with it?
I'm complying with state and federal laws.
We are the federal law. Well, you better do it. You better do it, because you're not going to get any federal funding at all if you don't. And by the way, your population, even though it's somewhat liberal, although I did very well there, your population doesn't want men playing in women's sports.
Yeah, fuck the trans people. It's a real serious issue. And if you don't bow down and worship me, I'm going to remove all the money from the people that have, nothing to do with you. Not going to hurt you. But then he did it. Fell in and retaliates against Maine governor with funding free. So he took millions of dollars from young farmers, is what he did, to punish her. The 4-H club. Millions of dollars. USDA has suspended funding for research and programs. Who needs research and programs? That woman won't kill all our trans people. Nobody for you. He's the fucking research Nazi. Not surprised. And then he went on national television and said this, folks. Be afraid. be very afraid. Everything's transgender now.
And they should not. And they're also demeaning women. But who would want these things? And everything's transgender.
Everything.
Everybody transgender. That's all
Everybody
you hear
is.
about.
I am, you are.
No,
He
that's
is.
why we won the election
That's
in
why.
record numbers. But
He's right, though. Actually, to be honest with you, he's fucking right, folks. And I actually, one of the reasons I'm in such a better mood this week is because it finally dawned on me. What Trump is doing is actually good. Hear me out. Now, is it good for the American people? No. Is he a decent man? No, he's not. But if you're of the mindset that America is a terrorist organization, is a horrible fucking country, we genocide the Palestinian people, we try to genocide the Vietnamese people because they picked a government we don't like, we spent $5 trillion killing 1 million innocent people in Afghanistan and Iraq, just thing after thing after thing, baby. We don't deserve to survive. And if you're of that mindset, this man is the most American president ever. He is the wrecking ball we need to destroy this fucking country. And he's doing it. And like, trans people, you already know this, but none of this is about anything you did. 0% of it, of course. They're just fear-mongering, right? But I think you'll agree with me. If they can destroy an entire country by making people afraid of trans people, that's a country that should be destroyed. And that's what the fuck's happening here, folks. If it wasn't trans people, or when trans people are no longer scary, there'll be something else, folks. Look about something else. Oh, the botanist, folks. The botanist in school. Instead of teaching your kids about America and to love the flag, they're trying to teach your kids about plants. Next thing you know, they're going to outlaw hamburgers, make you love a blade of grass more than you love your country. Fuck the botanist. It'll be something. It doesn't matter. It's so stupid. But I know you already know this. And you know who else knows this? Dylan Mulvaney, who none of us ever heard of until conservatives shoved her down our throats 24/7. I never heard of this can of beer with her face on it until it was 24/7 on Fox News, Joe Rogan, everything. This is what they do. They take some little minutia and then they shove it down your throat 24/7. And they're like, look at all this shit they're shoving down your throat. You have to vote for us. So they're going to keep shoving this shit down your throat. You did it. You're the ones that shoved it down our fucking throat. Anyway, they're so stupid. Anyway, she actually seems pretty lovely. They interviewed her about what the fuck's going on. Here's what she said.
If the folks who maybe don't see me as a woman, which is such a shame, but I just hope that they can find a trans person who they can connect with, to see that we are not monsters, that we're not trying to hurt anyone, and that we're really just doing our best, the same as everyone else.
Yeah, just try to do your best. Try to live your best life. And like, I'm sorry this is happening to you guys, but at least it's destroying the fucking country, right? And maybe we can pick up the ashes, the pieces from the ashes, and rebuild. And I have ideas about what America 2.0 can look like. Definitely not a representative government, though. That idea has long passed. We should have been updating our government for years and years, but instead, we stuck with the same shit the slave owners wanted from hundreds of years ago, and now we got a dictator. Got an orange, goofy, makeup dictator. So, not amazing. And then, let's see how bad it can get. Oh, apparently, Trump just punished the federal prosecutor who handled the case for Ghislaine Maxwell. You know, Jeffrey Epstein's right-hand women who helped him rape a bunch of children. Let's listen to that.
We've got some news. Trump just punished the federal prosecutor who put Jeffrey Epstein's partner, Ghislaine Maxwell, in prison, and that's not all. Trump's Justice Department just put 3 federal prosecutors on leave. 2 of the prosecutors, Andrew Rohrbach and Celia Cohen, worked on the prosecution of New York City Mayor Eric Adams. Rohrbach also worked on the successful prosecutions of Ghislaine Maxwell, Sam Bankman-Fried, and Michael Avenatti.
I mean, it's not surprising when they asked Trump about her. He's like, I just wish her well. I just hope she's doing fine. Yeah, I'm sure you do. She has a lot of dirt on you. I'm sure you're kissing that ass. So why not punish anybody who tries to hold these pedophiles accountable? Hey, no Trump supporter cares anyway. And then, shockingly, after Jeff Bezos became good buddies with Donald Trump, FTC can no longer afford their Amazon Prime suit. So apparently Jeff Bezos was conning people into signing up with Amazon Prime without their knowing it. The FTC was looking into it, but suddenly Elon Musk got in there and they fired everybody, slashed the workforce by $62,000, and now they don't have the manpower to go through with the case. That's curious, almost like bald-faced corruption. So the next thing you know, Amazon begins streaming The Apprentice. Hasn't been streamed anywhere else, but suddenly they're in the Trump game. I'm sure none of this is related in any way whatsoever. And then, also bear with me because Twitter tonight is being run by 2 tin cans and a piece of kite string between them. Good thing he fired. Everybody knows how to run it. Trump plans to impose tariffs on pharmaceuticals. Oh, that sounds good. That's just what we need in this country. I was just thinking, why isn't medicine more expensive?
In addition to that, and you see the power of the tariff. I mean, the tariff is good, and nobody can compete with us because we have by far the biggest piggy bank. And so that'll take place very quickly. But also we'll be doing pharmaceuticals. And to bring our industry back, we want to bring pharmaceuticals back to the country. And the way you bring it back to the country is by putting up a wall, and the wall is a tariff wall. We were the richest country in the world. We were at our richest from 1870 to 1913. No, we weren't. That's when we had.
That was right before the Great Depression, y'all. It was a Gilded Age. And yes, it was in the smack dab middle of the Industrial Revolution, which had some benefits, but no, we were not the richest then. It actually led to the Great Depression, the crash of the economy. Which is like he's doing it on purpose. I don't know, but I hope you guys didn't want medicine. I hope all you boomers have voted for this. Learn to love it. Eat your cat food and talk, Grandma. And then Trump goes into tariff overdrive. Trump doubles tariffs on Canadian aluminum and steel, vows to erase the artificial Canada border, which is causing havoc on the stock market. The stock market hates uncertainty. They like a strong leader who's not wishy-washy. And also tariffs kill the economy. We know that. So the EU immediately hitting back $28 billion in retaliatory tariffs. I can't remember. Is that good for our economy? Is other countries putting tariffs on our country's product? Is that? It's not? Okay, that's what I thought. Nope. So when you see the stock market crash 3,000 points in 1 month, and if you're not paying attention to the stock market, don't know much about it, that's a lot. This is why, folks. We're the pariah country of the world now. Everybody hates us. It's going to get worse and worse and worse as more and more countries start boycotting our products. Here's Canada explaining exactly what they're doing, and they seem to care more about our people than our own government does. Here they are explaining why they're only targeting their tariffs at southern Trump states.
We focus on Republican states and their products because we know who's doing this to us. We know who's enabling the president to attack us. And it is the Republican politicians who are standing by silently as companies in their jurisdictions, the people that they swore to represent, are hurt by these tariffs. As the people who live in the communities that they swore to represent face more expensive homes and gas and electricity and products on the shelf, including food, after campaigning that they were going to lower costs. So we're sending a message to those allies of the president. We see you. We know you're the ones who are doing this to us.
Yep.
Stand up for your constituents.
They won't.
Deliver a message to the president.
They won't.
These tariffs hurt everybody.
They do.
And if they do that, he will stop the tariffs.
No, he won't. He doesn't give a shit. I don't know if he's crashing the economy on purpose or he's just incredibly incompetent. I'm still on the fence about it. But another example, someone rotated Danone's product of USA non-dairy beverages, so the origin label conveniently faces shoppers. The Canadian product, Earth's On, is displayed normally, happening all over the world right now. People putting a spotlight on American products so that their fellow countrymen won't buy them. U.S. boycott movement grows in Europe and Canada. A growing international move to boycott the U.S. is spreading from Scandinavia to Canada to the U.K. and beyond as consumers turn against U.S. goods. Most prominent so far has been the rejection by European car buyers of Tesla. More on that in a minute. But yes, Tesla dropped about 70% in sales. I wonder if that'll be bad for the stock price. But not stopping them from gaslighting continuously, folks. Hey, yeah, we all know how tariffs work, right? Tariffs are paid by importers. When you import a product from another country, it comes into this country. And then at the ports, they assess the tariff. And then the American company pays the tariff. And then they obviously pass that on to the consumer, right? If they're having to pay more for a product from China, they're not going to sell it for the same price. They're going to up it by whatever the tariff was and sell it to you for that. Everybody knows this is how it works, folks. Hey, but if you listen to the White House, it's actually a tax cut, baby. Hell yeah, paying more is a cut in the new 1984 dystopia we live.
You're welcome.
If we could just step back for a second. When President Trump last addressed the BRT when he was on the campaign trail, his big push was on tax cuts. He's going there today as he's proposing tax hikes in the form of tariffs. And I'm curious for why he's prioritizing that over the tax cuts.
He's actually not implementing tax hikes.
Yes.
Tariffs are a tax hike on foreign countries that, again, have been ripping us off. Tariffs are a tax cut for the American people, and the president is a staunch advocate of tax.
That's right. Hey, you're going to pay more, baby. You're going to pay 25% more, but that's actually a tax cut. Hey, just believe me instead of what you're experiencing in your real life. And they will, baby. They will. Hey, paying higher prices is now patriotic, according to the code. And I dare you try to correct this genius.
Cuts. As you know, he campaigned on no taxes on tips, no taxes on overtime.
He did. Oh, but that is nowhere in the bill. I don't know why she's even saying this since they haven't passed this. They haven't even put up a bill for it. So thank you for calling out your own bullshit.
No taxes on Social Security benefits. He is committed to all three of those things.
No,
and
he's
he
not.
expects Congress
It's not in the bill. If he's so committed, why wasn't it in the bill?
To pass them later this year.
I'm sorry, have you ever paid a tariff? Because I have.
That's
They
it.
don't get charged on foreign companies. They get charged on the importers.
And ultimately, when we have fair and balanced trade, which the American people have not seen in decades, as I said at the beginning, revenues will stay here, wages will go up, and our country will be made wealthy again. And I think it's insulting that you're trying to test my knowledge of economics and the decisions that this president has made. I'm now regret giving a question to the Associated Press.
That's what they always do. Who you with? Oh, I'm not surprised. They got to shit on the press because they don't want to answer the questions yet. But I dare you call me out for lying my ass off. Don't tell me the truth. It's insulting. And then over Fox News, holy God, wine Judge Janine not looking good. Every show her face is pulled back further and further. Stop this! You don't look better. You just look weird. It's like an old Twilight Zone episode. Anyway, Jessica nails her.
And it's going to preserve jobs. So stop with the tariffs. It's the leverage that we need to protect them. No. I'm glad he did what he did with Canada because
you have enough money to survive.
No, that's not the point.
It is the point. That's not the point. Don't you bring up that I'm a multi-millionaire and this won't hurt me at all. And this actually is the giant tax increase on the poor people in the middle class we've ever seen in this country. Hey, don't you point out that the entire reason he's doing this is in order to get rid of income tax on the super rich and then pass that burden onto the middle class, further destroy the middle class and making it harder for rich people. Don't you point out that I'm super rich? Yeah, you are. Look at your face. That's the face of a rich bitch right there. And then, hey, let's check in on the Dow Jones and see how it's going. Oh, okay, we're down today, but over the month, 3,000 points, folks. 3,000 points. That's 6.8% drop in 1 month since Trump's been president. That's over $1 trillion, folks. $1 trillion down. Yeah, not good. Not good, America. But I'm sure it's Biden's fault. Trump's not responsible for anything. And, remember, folks, they were outraged by egg prices. Remember Shady Vance?
Eggs, when Kamala Harris took office, were short of $1.50 a dozen.
They were.
Now a dozen eggs will cost you around $4.
Okay, that wasn't even true. What he was saying then is not true, but now it's true. Now they're like, what? At Walmart, I guess they're like $5, but some places they're like $9. Some places like $1 egg, so not good.
Thanks to Kamala Harris.
Yeah, thanks, Kamala. Vice President controls egg prices. Everybody knows that. Remember Trump? Even Trump was like, eggs and gas prices on day one. I'll slash these prices. Promises made, promises kept. Going to slash all these prices. And now, folks, he's like, shut up about the egg prices. Literally retweeting Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk, shut up about egg prices. Trump is saving consumers millions. Yeah, baby. He's saving us so much money. I mean, yeah, all our taxes are going up. And yes, the tariffs are making products go up. But he will pass some of these savings on to the super rich in the form of tax cuts that normal people never see. So Consumer saving, baby. Yeah. How do you feel, MAGA? How do you feel pretending you care about egg prices? And now Donald Trump's literally telling you to shut up about it. I know how you're feeling. You're thinking, yes, Daddy, I'll be quiet about egg prices. I'll pay whatever you want me to, Daddy. Just the biggest cucks in the history of the universe. And you know shit's getting bad when they've lost Peter Ducey, folks. Peter Ducey joining the dark side. Here he is on Fox News hammering them about how bad the economy is.
This is a White House that came in trying to get federal workers to retire by the hundreds of thousands. But it's tough to make the argument that you should retire if your retirement accounts are getting throttled, which is what is happening right now.
Yeah, it's hard to make the argument you should retire when the stock market is down 3,000 points in 1 month. $1 trillion. How you going to retire when Trump is destroying your retirement fund? And then Ducey on fire.
So you said that the Dow dropping and dropping and dropping is a period of transition. You're sure nobody here at the White House shorted the Dow?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
She didn't attack him. You see that? She didn't be like, who you with? I'm sorry I even took a question from you. But he's like, with the Dow dropping and dropping and dropping, somebody's definitely shorting the goddamn stock market, insider trading.
But is there any concern here that it's going to be harder to ask certain federal workers to retire if they look at their retirement accounts and they're getting robbed every day?
Well, I'm glad you brought up workers because that's exactly who President Trump is looking at.
She doesn't answer the question. I'm not even going to play it because it doesn't matter. She does what they all do. She ignores the question, then pivots to something else that's complete fucking bullshit. And then, hey, they asked Mr. Trump himself, hey, the stock market dropped 3,000 points. At the same time, you're mass firing people all over the place, including 80,000 veterans. Do you feel any responsibility to the American people who you're throwing out to the wolves and leaving to starve?
Force. And what responsibility do you feel to the civil servants who have now lost their jobs? Many of them worked at the Department of Education during the first term.
Sure, I do. I feel very badly, but many of them don't work at all. Many of them never showed up to work.
I feel so bad. I feel so bad about it. But also, they're the worst people ever. Teachers suck shit. They didn't even show up to do their job, so I feel so bad, but they're the worst.
Many of them never showed up to work, Kelly, and unfortunately, and that's not good. And when we cut, we...
He feels so bad about it, folks. No one has ever felt worse than Donald Trump. And memo went out, folks. It's so weird. They have total information control. This is just an apparatus that progressives cannot match. They all get the talking points at the same time, and then on every single right-wing influencer, every Twitter page. Let's see. Today's inflation lower than expected. Yeah, when you fire everybody and then the economy crashes, nobody has any money, and that lowers inflation. But that's not a good way to do it. Egg prices down. I mean, down a little bit. They were super, super high, and they've come down a hair, but they're nowhere near what they were when Trump took office. So this is lies by omission. We're winning. Yeah, so much winning. 3,000 point drop in the stock market. I don't know if we can handle all this winning. And every one of them on the same exact page. Egg prices down, gas prices down, inflation down. Gas prices down, mortgage rates down, egg prices down, inflation rate down, egg prices down, gas prices down. Gas prices down, egg prices down. You're welcome. Egg prices down, gas prices down, egg prices down, gas prices. Every one of them in lock fucking step, folks. All getting their marching orders. There is no way to combat this. You simply can't. When billionaires just buy up the airwaves and then they silence your voice. Somebody earlier was saying how they didn't get any notification, of course, this week for my show because I'm shadow banned. You go look for me on Twitter, you can't even find me. I thought about just abandoning this channel and starting a new channel, but if I do that, then it's shadow ban that, so what's the fucking point? Literally silence all opposition. There's no way to combat this, folks. We don't have the apparatus in place. And then IC's bad. These people who claim that they care about pedophilia, that an evil cabal of leftists are raping kids and drinking their blood. DOJ drops child sex lawsuits against migrant shelter. I guess they don't want to be associated with it. They're like, we're not going to hire you anymore. That's punishment enough for all those children you raped. So they don't give a shit about children. We already know this, of course. They just pretend to care about children in order to oppress us, take our rights away. And then the Department of Justice guts unit that prosecutes corrupt officials. Why would we want to prosecute corrupt officials? We're completely run by criminals now, folks, in the new America. And once again, I know this sounds horrible, folks, but this is actually good, okay? This is the kind of shit that it's going to take to make Americans finally wake up. It's going to have to get a lot worse before it gets better. This is why I always say when I play the Christian videos, all the Christians making Christianity look bad. Hey, thank you for your service. You're atheist MVPs because you're destroying your own religion faster than I ever could. These people are destroying America faster than anything I could ever say. So keep up the good work. FBI moves to criminally charge climate change groups. Oh, this is great, right? So not only are they not doing anything about climate change, they're literally now going to prosecute climate change groups. The exact worst thing that could possibly ever happen is happening. The FBI has moved to criminalize groups like Habitat for Humanity, those bastards, for receiving grants from the Environmental Protection Agency under the Biden administration. Yep. A little bit dystopian, I would say. At the same time, EPA to close all 11 environmental justice offices. What do we need the EPA for, baby? We don't need clean air and water, okay? We'll just inhale the toxic fumes and die early like good Americans. This is what we voted for. And breaking, hey, Trump administration orders the Department of Education to evacuate by 6 p.m. They're planning on firing a bunch of fucking staff, thousands and thousands. This is the first shot across the bow to close the education department. Education department to fire thousands tonight, say Linda McMahon, the wrestling CEO, who's in charge of our children's education for some reason. Meritocracy, baby! Only the best for our country. Definitely not embarrassing. And yeah, she said that firing thousands of people was just the first step. She's already said they're closing the Department of Education, folks. It's going to happen. So all the people that are funded by it, all the teachers that are going to be hurt, nobody gives a shit about you. Teachers are the enemy now, folks. And then fucking Twitter. And hey, can we get the Epstein list? The best I can do is deport you if you criticize Israel. More on that coming up, but nope. Don't give a shit. Hood's off. Oh, yeah, folks. Hey, so they ain't got money for cancer research. They ain't got money to help starving kids. They ain't got money for pediatric AIDS. Ain't got money to help our kids have school lunches. Ain't got money for housing. Ain't got money for health care in this country at all. But you know what they do have money for? Destroying Black Lives Matter Boulevard, Black Lives Matter Plaza in Washington, D.C., and replacing it because fuck black people. And, oh, we're going to be owned, folks. Conservative Brief says, bye-bye. Crews are out early this morning to dismantle Black Lives Matter Plaza in Washington, D.C. Cue the liberal tears in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, fuck you liberals. Aren't you so upset that we're wasting money on bullshit for no other reason than to stick into black people's faces that this is a white country and you don't belong here, do you, boy? Aren't you so triggered by that, libs? That's all they care about. Hurting people, folks. Entire political party based around it. Yep. Crews remove fixtures as they begin work dismantling the Black Lives Matter Plaza mural in D.C. And hooray! Endless money for stupid bullshit, but no money for anything important. Hey, it's good though, folks. It's good. Maybe these idiots in this country will finally wake up. It's going to take a while though. They're stirring a little bit. But idiot John Rocker is like, where the fuck are the Epstein files? And as Kyle Kalinske says, Trump is in them and Epstein is a messiah, you fucking dunce. But they don't actually care about this, okay? We know they don't. They're just saying this to pretend like they care about it, to pretend like they care about children. If they did, they'd be burning the churches down, folks. It's all play acting. Somebody needs to check John Rocker's browser history, okay? If this is not the first signs that you're a pedophile, nothing is. I'm not saying John Rocker's a pedophile. I'm just saying somebody should check. And rolling right through it, now we're to the deportation section of the show. And the Gestapo out in New America. Security forces arrest a documented father and member of the local community. How is this not a third world country right now, folks? Look at this. Look at this. Yeah! Woo! America! Hell yeah! Hey, we're great now, folks. Final greatness. Took a while to get there. But the jackbooted thugs are kicking your door in and taking you away if you're brown. And hell yeah, love it, love it. No notes, America. And it's not even brown people, folks. Even white folks ain't safe. Look at this super white lady. This is fascism. This is Becky Burke. She was on a backpacking tour of North America and crashed into Trump's immigration pogroms. Her father writes, our daughter Becky, a 28-year-old British tourist, has been caught up in the recent immigration crackdown in the U.S. What was meant to be a life-changing 4-month backpacking trip across North America has turned into a nightmare. So yeah, baby. Why would any other country come here as tourists when we're treating people this way? They won't. Our tourist industry going to dry up and die, and good. You shouldn't come here, other countries. This is not a safe country for you. Go somewhere else. Absolutely. Hey, I can't believe it. Once again, booger-eating Nick Fuentes telling the truth. That's how crazy our goddamn society has gotten, folks. When white supremacist, Nazi-ass, obviously gay, Nick Fuentes speaking the truth about Donald Trump.
As much as I hate to admit it, liberals were right fundamentally about Trump.
Do tell.
Whether he has good intentions or bad intentions, whether he means well or not.
Mean well.
Some people blame his advisors. Some people blame people around him. Whatever you think about his culpability, he is in effect, okay? Maybe not consciously or intentionally, but in effect.
It is conscious.
What he is a demagogue. What he is a populist demagogue. And directionally, what liberals said about him, which is that he was stirring up the rubes, animating the rubes with nativist rhetoric and ginning up resentment against the system to empower himself and the people around him, and then brought the swamp closer to the periphery in his first and second administration, willing to say and do anything. Yeah, that all kind of turned out to be true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that basically turned out to be true.
No shit. We knew that you guys always knew this was true. We already knew that you're just lying about it. You pretend not to know what we all know that you know. Because you would rather have us believe that you believe a lie than have us believe the fucking truth, but we already knew what the truth is. You guys don't give a shit. You don't care what he does as long as he hurts the people that you won't hurt. The most petty, classless motherfuckers ever. But shocking to see Booger Eating Nick actually own up to it. And did you guys see Shady Vance get booed at the National League of Cities for blaming immigrants for housing prices?
A massive increase in immigration and a massive increase in housing prices. And we have to be honest about that. Well, I see one of our nice representatives out here wants to actually, I guess, continue to flood the country with illegal immigrants, making your communities and citizens unaffordable.
Yeah, that's not what's happening. Hey, brown people aren't coming in and buying $500,000 houses. No, what's happening is people like Jeff Bezos, who's literally started a company to buy up all the houses. It's the rich people buying up 10, 20 houses to rent out. That's what's causing it. But always, they have to blame the poor to try to turn us against each other instead of tackling the people actually causing the fucking problem. Conservatism 101. Boo this man. And then, did you guys see that he lied his ass off, of course, always playing the victim. He was like, oh my God, they chased me and my daughter today while walking my 3-year-old daughter. A group of Slava Ukraini protesters followed us around and shouted as my daughter grew increasingly anxious and scared. Think of the children. What kind of assholes would chase me with my daughter? I decided to speak of the protesters. None of this happened. Here's the fucking conversation, y'all. It was as polite as could be.
What we called up, they said, the Russians said, it was an illegal war there. Well, sir, I agree with you. Actually, the Russians do have some manpower problems. The Ukrainians have more manpower problems.
So look, no one's chasing, just lie, victimization. That's all they do. Knowing that the people he's lying to won't actually watch the video and won't even care if they see it. And several videos of that. And even his own cousin calling him out. Vance's cousin calls him a useful idiot for Putin. Vance's cousin is actually on the front lines in Ukraine fighting for their freedom. Own cousin selling him out and the country he's trying to save. His entire family need to speak out against him. And folks, oh my fucking God. Now they're trying to get Americans to have measles parties for their kids. I'm not making this up, y'all. Both RFK Jr., Mr. Brainworms, and Marjorie Trader Queen trying to, instead of having our kids vaccinated, which we know is very effective, very safe, want you to invite your kids over with another kid who has measles. So all of your kids can get measles. And to back up her claim that this is a really good idea, she's using the most trusted medical source in history, the Brady Bunch.
What are you doing home from school? They sent me home. Measles.
It's either measles or a strange case of red freckles.
You have got a temperature.
And then they're like, measles party! Measles party!
Yeah. That's right. No medicine.
Inside or out? Like shots, I mean.
Don't even mention shots. Yeah.
Yay! Let's all get measles! And she's like, watch the entire video. I did. They used to have measles parties. They should not have. Basically, get all your kids together so they all catch it and develop immunity, or get them vaccinated so they don't have to get measles. Then, when I was a kid, they did the same thing with the chickenpox. Also, incredibly fucking stupid. That's a great way to leave your skin all pockmarked and haggard. That explains a lot. Now they demonize parents who refuse to vaccinate their kids. Yes, because we have modern science and you don't have to let your kids get sick anymore for no reason. You crazy moonbats. But I do it, I guess. Measles back, baby. What's a couple kids dying? It's only a couple. And then, so this is how they're spinning the fact that Republicans are going back for town hall meetings. Their constituents are bitching them out because they're just allowing Elon Musk to fire and destroy the entire government and Donald Trump run roughshod and do whatever the fuck he wants to do. So they've been basically telling conservative politicians, don't even do the town halls anymore. Just skip them, folks. So here's how they're trying to justify it. First off, they're saying all the people at the town halls are not actually your constituents. They're paid by George Soros. So just ignore them, and instead of actually showing up and listening to what your constituents say, just do it online. Just go on podcasts and stuff where nobody can give you actual feedback and you don't actually have to listen to what your constituents say. Watch this shit.
Welcome, Mr. Chairman. You know, we've seen a lot of dangerous threats against Republicans in particular over the course of the last couple of years. And now Democrats are treating these raucous town halls and making fun of the fact that you're trying to keep members safe. What is your response to them?
Making fun of you trying to keep members safe. That's her spin on you're literally telling senators, congresspeople not to do town halls with our constituents because, hey, we don't work for you, baby. There's nothing you can do. We're going to get elected. Regardless if you guys hate what we're doing or not, you have no power over us. Your vote doesn't count. That's the fucking truth.
Well, Katie, great to be with you. What I told my colleagues last week was that now more than ever, we need to be in our communities communicating with our constituents. You know, President Trump is moving so.
That sounds good. So now he's going to spin it to where it's all online, where he doesn't have to actually listen to any of them.
Fast, keeping his promises. We're about to pass a reconciliation package that's going to bring real change to America. So we need to be talking to our constituents about it. We need to be answering their questions. We need to be very visible. Unfortunately, the Democrats are paying people to hijack these in-person town hall meetings.
They're just making that claim.
A threat to democracy, to borrow a phrase.
Threat to democracy.
Because they're blocking that communication
Not
we
Elon
want to have
Musk.
with our constituents. So what I encourage my colleagues to do is use technology to reach your constituents. Things like telephone town halls, Facebook Live. Go visit businesses, visit schools, visit communities where you can have these kinds of dialogue without these paid protesters coming in and
hey, that's how I explain it. We're telling people not to do the town halls anymore, but not because we're scared as shit, yo, but because reasons. And then this is how they're trying to sell the American public on cutting the Department of Education, making teachers the enemy. So this is the big problem I have with news organizations like CNN. They invite people like Kevin O'Leary, you know, Mr. Wonderful, one of the biggest pieces of shit in the entire goddamn planet, on to lie his ass out to say whatever he wants to say. And yes, they are correcting him, but that's not good enough. You should not give this guy a platform whatsoever to say this shit because a ton of people will hear what he's saying and they will ignore the minor pushback you're giving him and they will believe it. And they will let this be a justification to demonize teachers and destroy education in this country. Fuck you, CNN.
Please, I mean, it's an open show. As an individual who worked in the education system for 14 years, there's 110,000 high schools in America. The majority of them are in New York, Florida, Texas, and California. Our reading and math scores are the worst in the G7 and the G20 in terms of how many dollars we spend to advance our children. Okay. Why? Unions. Unions that keep mediocre teachers in place.
Unions are the problem. It's the teachers' unions, all. That's the problem of our society. Hey, don't think about the fact that the vast majority of underperforming schools are in conservative areas. Might have a little bit to do with it. No, y'all. Teachers are your enemy.
Every high school in America, when we should be firing them. You want to talk about whack as our theme tonight's show? I would like to fire teachers that don't. Wait. And I'd like to pay a lot more to the teachers that advance math and reading scores that push our system forward against every G7, G20 country. We have broken the system long ago through unions, and this is very unpopular.
But what are those cuts actually?
Wow, the rich man hates unions. Who could have seen this coming? Why would an ultra-rich man hate unions? Free Luigi. Your vote doesn't count, folks. You have to, never mind. Oh, and then, lies, that's all they do, folks. They just make shit up because they get paid for it, and they feel morally obligated to do so. Here's a right-wing influencer, Brian Tamaki. Michael Jordan cuts ties with Nike. He said, my name won't be tied to wokeness. Now that's a man only. Yeah, no, he didn't cut ties with Nike. This never happened. They just make shit up. It gets seen 1 trillion times. While you're trying to debunk that lie, they tell 10 more. Then, if it can't get any more depressing, Florida Republicans advance sub-minimum wage bill. Yeah, the minimum wage too high, folks. That's the problem in this country. Hey, workers are making too much. Can't have that. So they're pushing forth this bill where you can actually pay people less than minimum wage. You just got to say they're interns. Hey, we've got a new intern working the cash register at McDonald's. $2 an hour. You want the job or not? What are you going to do, starve? Hey, we'll give you like a burger patty every 2 days. Along with your $2 an hour. What do you say? Yeah, folks. Hey, fuck the workers. And good. Hey, don't pay them anything. That's what I say. You got to work here for like 2 years before you can get paid, motherfuckers. Bring slavery back. Not for black folks. Not only for black folks. For everybody. Slavery for everybody, y'all. Do you hate America? Hey, do you hate business and the economy? Quit asking to get paid, motherfuckers. Work for free and love it. And then, folks, hey, at least we're on to one of the better parts of the show. Did you guys see Sam Cedar's debate? Can't fight the cedar. Can't fight the cedar. You can't see him unless you're foaming at the mouth. Woo, nailed it. So, Sam Cedar went on Jubilee. That's that program which they surround somebody with like 20 people that want to debate him. And he surrounded himself with 20 chuds. And did not go well for the chuds, I might say, but they were giddy at the thought of white supremacy, white nationalism, and Christian nationalism, with ruling us all and forcing us to do whatever they want. Case in point.
And the reason why we have a democracy is because we didn't want a king. And the kings came from the idea that their God said that they're the ones who's supposed to be king. And so we can disagree on this. I don't want to live in a country that is ruled by religious fundamentalism.
And if I do, you have no issue with that.
And no. And this is why I say under Trump, yes, you have won.
Yes.
You have a
Only
bunch
male
of Christian.
and female. You're right.
You have a Christian nationalist,
yes.
and
which is necessary.
And so I concede the point that under Trump, your Christian nationalism has gained an advantage under this.
Sorry, we're going to have more kids. We're going to have less abortions. We're going to have more family. We're going to have stable family households. Sorry about better education.
People, gay people should be outlawed.
They should be straight. They should be straight.
Women should be secondary to their husbands.
Women should submit to the husband.
You should be straight, like I am, okay? You should just push down all those urges to suck dick and just never suck a dick ever. Be completely straight like me, a good little Christian boy.
That doesn't mean they are slaves. It doesn't mean they are slaves. It means they are protected. Okay, let me ask you then. Let me ask you.
No.
Should women be drafted? Should women be drafted?
Listen, I think
if they're equal, should they be drafted?
I think this is the vision that you have, and I think Trump supports it.
Yes.
I think the Christian nationalists he has throughout his government are all going to work towards your vision.
Yes.
And my hope is that when people look at this, they say, hey, wait a second. I don't want my life to be dictated.
It's too late, though.
By the notion of a Christian nationalist prescription. Now, you may win out. I mean, certainly, like if you look at a country like Iran, they have a theocracy there, and apparently that's good for them.
It's not good for them,
if
Sam.
they
It's
want.
bad for them.
My final point is whenever
I don't want to live in a
My final point is whenever we see people live out Christian values to its full extent, we see a great society. When we see people deviate from that, that's where all the problems arise.
All right. Definitely Christianity is so fucking moral. One of the most evil countries to ever fucking exist, without a goddamn doubt. Then Nazi Bobby got up there to talk about how great white supremacy is and how white supremacy and Christian nationalism should rule this country.
Identity.
White. So your argument is that
has been the dominant culture.
Just to be
and
clear,
we're not letting people assimilate to that. We're saying you should keep your culture, and this is why our culture is so divided.
Your argument is that Trump is good for those who want a dominant white European culture.
I mean, that is what America is. It's rooted in European identity and Christian values. That's what it has been. Would you really disagree with that?
Okay, spoiler alert. She's from Canada. She doesn't even go here.
What is it then if that's not the identity of America?
Well, I think the identity of
For the
America...
majority of time, America's
It's a
been a
melting
country.
pot.
You don't think that's been the identity?
No, it's a melting pot.
Well, actually, no. I think actually the identity of America has been, for better or for worse, a melting pot in that regard.
Yeah, maybe since like the 1960s. Even then, even we had this idea of a melting pot literally means assimilation too.
No, a melting pot does not mean assimilation. Hey, I know you're not a good cook, but like say you put a bunch of spaghetti noodles in a pot, right? And the most of the pot is spaghetti noodles. And then you put some spaghetti sauce on top of the noodles. The noodles don't make the spaghetti sauce taste like nothing but noodles. It all blends together in a melting pot. All the ingredients improve each other to make something better overall, greater than the sum of its parts. That's what a melting pot is, you dumb asshole.
It means melting. It means you're assimilating to the dominant
That's not what
culture.
it
Is that not what melting means?
No, it doesn't.
And now instead we're saying there's something wrong with xenophobia.
Culture. No. I mean, look, I got to be honest with you. Like, you and I have a fundamental disagreement. We will never see eye to eye on this. It's a choice. And people, I think what you're expressing, though, is really what the Trump movement at its heart is about. And I think that's problematic.
I disagree. I don't think Trump's like anywhere close to being a Christian nationalist. That's ridiculous. Like Trump's basically a Democrat from like 15 years ago when it comes to social issues.
So you don't think that he's conservative enough for you?
Oh, definitely. Nowhere close. No.
He's not xenophobic enough for you?
No, he's trying to pour a bunch of H-1Bs. Are you kidding?
Right. Oh, so you want to get them out too? Yeah. No, I mean, I think you're making my argument for me.
You are. You're making his argument for him, definitely. A lot of people agree with you, though. Like I said, folks, Sarah Stock, formerly Ontario-based Canadian-American Sarah Stock, joined Rebel News in 2022. This is how it always is. For some reason, there's a cottage industry of Canadians pretending to be American conservatives and grifting, making a shit ton of money, trying to push us to right-wing fascism. Happens over and over and over again. Thanks, Canada. I'm starting to agree with Donald Trump that you guys are enemies. Don't make me tariff you. And folks, right-wingers are so dumb that they actually watched clips of this debate and they thought that Sam Seder was a conservative. I'm not making this up. They thought he was a conservative because he dominated so much. They just assumed that he must be the conservative. And the guy he's talking to, who is obviously very gay, who looks like every hipster you've ever seen, they assume because of the way this guy looks that he must be the liberal. And so cat turd. Liberals are so dumb, but he's so dumb, he thinks that Sam Seder is the conservative and the conservative is the liberal.
Trump's attack on DEI hides his real goal, which is to give corporations more power.
DEI essentially provides tax cuts for the end of the year. When you create your tax returns, they give you a tax credit for hiring someone who is black or a person of color.
We're talking about government agencies that do not get tax cuts. They don't. Government agencies.
They don't.
No.
Yes, they do. They absolutely do.
I'm talking about
every private and public sector gets tax cuts when you hire a person of color.
Government agencies don't pay taxes. Government agencies operate are funded by the government.
That is not true. That is not true. And you know what? I think.
Look at the camera.
The whole juxtapose of this entire conversation.
What month is this?
This is January.
Okay.
I had to think
so
about
we
it.
can agree on that. The FDA does not pay taxes. It does not get a tax cut because it doesn't pay taxes. DEIA forces them as an agency to say, if you have a job opening, you must do your best efforts to make sure that every
I like that.
part
I love
of
me a
society.
buzzword. You must do your best effort.
Just so stupid. But this is how mentally lazy conservatives are. They won't even bother to watch the clip, and they have no idea what's going on. So they literally think Sam Cedar is the conservative here. And Cat's not the only one making this mistake. The conservatives that Sam Cedar debated in the Jubilee video were so bad that online right has convinced themselves that the conservatives were actually the leftists and that Sam Cedar was conservatives. They're like, yeesh, liver so done Cat Turd. And then that look when you know you have to debate a brainless, witless social justice warrior. Clown whose IQ is in his mid-50s. Yeah, isn't this guy the lead debater against social justice? Definitely. And they're like, hey, he's the progressive, actually. What are you talking about? And the guy's like, really? He sounded like the adult in the room. Yeah, I wonder fucking why, you mental child. Good God. Way to self-own continuously. But hey, I watched the whole thing, and I don't like the Jubilees either. They're pretty boring. Mostly it was everybody just talking over Sam just to get their words in, put their narratives out there. It was pretty boring. So you guys saw the highlight of it right there. I watched it so you don't have to. And that is my Chud Watch for this evening. And damn, an hour into the show already, folks. I told you it's going to be a long winter night, and Daddy delivers. What you guys got to say about that? It is funny. Stupid chuds. COVID really did give everyone brain damage. I got vaccinated, baby. I got brain damage from other reasons. Gay racism, yeah. These people look like they should be left-wingers. I'll give them that. But what a nightmare in which we live. Everybody's falling off the goddamn cliff. And, all right. Moving right along, folks. Get your super chats in. We still got a whole nother section. Got to cover President Elon. And then after that, is there anything after that? Let's see, before halftime. No, I guess President Elon is... Oh, it's a big, long President Elon section, though. So, buckle in, baby, because it's time to... Elon! Oh, baby, this motherfucker gotta go. Yeah. Hell yeah, nailed it. And first off, hey, it may seem to me and other people like Elon Musk should be flying in Air Force One, but he's the president, baby. Why is this not working? Okay, it's not working for some reason. Fucking look at this. Twitter sucks. Anyway, it's pictures of Elon Musk literally riding around in Air Force One without Donald Trump. Seems weird. If you're not the president, if you don't officially work for the government in any way whatsoever, you probably shouldn't be exclusively riding around Air Force One, but Trump knows who he owes. Then it was reported that China is secretly funneling millions into Musk companies. Oh, that seems great. The guy that runs our entire government right now being funded by China. Wealthy Chinese investors secretly funnel millions of dollars into private companies owned by Elon Musk, using complex financial structures that hide their identities. According to a report from the Financial Times, these investments are flowing into Musk's private ventures, including SpaceX, which gets tons of government contracts, Neuralink, and XAI. Super cool, America. Suddenly, they don't have a problem with China anymore. It's weird. And then, this seems bad. Deutsche lists Alabama Civil Rights Museum for sale. What do we need to remember civil rights for? We're rolling all that shit back anyway. We don't want to remind anybody of why we actually need this stuff. Sell those buildings, baby. President Elon needs a tax cut. Then the Social Security Administration is suing Elon because he's done a hostile takeover of our Social Security. They came in aggressively, a former official who witnessed Elon Musk's team take over the Social Security Administration said, demanding access to sensitive taxpayer data and refusing briefings on how the agency ensures the accuracy of its benefits. Yeah, still our data. Why not? Why not let the world's richest man just take all our data? Seems fine. And then Elon Musk just said he wants to cut Social Security. Oh, shocker. They promised, folks. Every time we called Republicans out for wanting to cut Social Security, they called us liars, called us fear-mongering. Elon Musk admitting it straight up. He's calling it entitlements, but that's what he means, folks. Entitlements, Social Security, and Medicare. Here's what the richest man in the world thinks about it.
The way support in entitlement spending, which is which is most of the federal spending is entitlements. That's like the big one to eliminate. That's the sort of $500 billion, maybe $700 billion.
That's the big one to eliminate, baby, and I fucking can't wait. Hey, I paid into Social Security my entire fucking life, as did every working American. I can't wait till President Elon just steals all our money and uses it to give himself tax cuts. That's exactly what they're going to do. You think they're going to give us the money back? Hell no. They're literally going to steal every penny, and you know what conservatives are going to do about it? Nothing. They're going to say, hey, I'm sorry, we can't refund you guys money that you paid in your whole life because the old people spent it already. Hey, we're sorry the olds took all your money, but we can't do anything about it. And they'll say, yes, sir, President Elon, that sucks, but we're going to have to eat our cat food and die. That's what they're going to do. Conservatives are the biggest fucking cucks in the world. They're just going to lay down and let the richest man in the world steal all their fucking money. Your vote doesn't count, folks. They've taken it away from you. The rich rule you. They're going to rob you fucking blind. Meanwhile, here's how crazy shit's gotten. Remember Big Balls, the 21-year-old hacker hacking into our Social Security? Well, apparently Big Balls is now a senior advisor in the State Department, folks. Meritocracy, baby. Aren't you so glad that we're being run by 20-year-old 4chan shitheads? Elon Musk's teenage acolyte, known online as Big Balls, has taken on a significant role in the U.S. Department that has some officials on edge, report claims. Edward Course, he's 19. I said he's 21. He's even more a fetus. Now works as a senior advisor in the State Department Bureau. Yeah! Only the best, baby. When they say meritocracy, they just mean no blacks. That's all they mean, folks. 100%. Every time they say meritocracy, it is just racism. We need a revolution yesterday, folks. And then Musk plans to double Dodge staffing in all agencies. This dude's got his minions in every government agency, folks. I make fun of Elon a lot for being a complete fool in public. Like literally every word he's ever spoken in public is complete nonsense. Every post he's ever made is just juvenile, 8-year-old boy, a stupid 8-year-old boy. But like almost I'm impressed with how evil he is. It does take balls just to take over the entire American government, and that's what he's done. Tech billionaire Elon Musk has offered new details about the work of President Trump's Department of Government Efficiency on Monday, while doubling down on the group's efforts amid mounting criticism. Much said Deutsche has a little over 100 staffers with a goal to get to 200. Those individuals were hired from the private sector with financial and technological backgrounds, he said. He wants to implant several of them in every single government agency. So he has complete control of our government. These 19-year-old kids who answer only to him, hacking into all our computer systems, sending him all the information, making sure he has complete control. This unelected foreigner who has taken over our government and bought it. That's what's happened. And then this is how they sell it, folks. While Elon Musk cancels cancer research, they bring this little black kid who has cancer out there and use him as a political prop. Cancer patient standing next to a guy who cut funding for cancer research. And he's black, so they can't be racist. They got this black kid out there for photo op, so they love cancer, right? A country too stupid to live, folks. And then last week, you might have noticed X/Twitter was offline for a little while. So immediately, Elon Musk went public and said, hacked, I've been hacked. Fucking hackers. So they looked into it, people that are way smarter than I am, and they realized that basically Elon Musk left the entire Twitter system open and vulnerable to attacks. They had all the servers that run Twitter publicly listed, which makes it like a kid in a candy store for hackers. They can just go in and see exactly who to DDoS. This is literally web security 101. Even the most green web security agent shouldn't have been this stupid. So it's almost like he did it on purpose. I don't know. Maybe he's just got people who are completely incompetent working for him and running our entire government and hacking all our systems. Or maybe he did it on purpose. I don't know. But what I do know is this happened while Tesla stock was crashing. I don't know if he thought taking Twitter offline might help the free fall of the Twitter stock. But that didn't stop him from blaming Ukraine, folks. Immediately went public to blame Ukraine for this.
Larry, really quickly, X was, I guess, the cyber attack on X, Elon Musk's property. Talk about that and where it's coming from.
Yes, Elon was very clear. I asked him about that. I asked him if it was a foreign source. He was very clear. He said Ukraine. He said Ukraine without any question.
Without any question, it's the Ukraine. Hey, I know the Ukraine did it. Like, I don't believe him for 1 second. They're just doing everything they can to demonize Ukraine in order to justify them turning Ukraine and Zelensky into an enemy, right? It's completely transparent. But even if it was Ukraine, you know who's in Ukraine right now? Russia! Russia, who we know hacks into fucking everything. So maybe Russia did it to make Ukraine look bad. Maybe Elon Musk is just lying. I don't know. Yeah, you decide. And then people seem to be a little bit upset at Elon Musk for destroying our entire government and firing tons of people. This unelected evil henchman from a James Bond movie. And so across the country, some people protesting in ways that might be little less than legal. Here is in Seattle, several Cybertrucks spontaneously combusted. I'm sure nobody helped ignore the fact that it looked like people poured accelerant all over it and set it on fire. Ignore that. Not the only case of Cybertruck vandalism. Here's in wokeness trying to chastise the left for not speaking out against it. I can't find a single Democrat in office that has condemned the escalating attacks on Tesla. You guys know me. I would never suggest anybody hurt a Tesla for any reason. But God damn it, are they trying to make it look cool? Look how cool this looks. Stop selling me on vandalizing Teslas. This looks awesome. Holy God. Rock and roll, baby. And Secular Talk has a good point. Hey, it's not vandalism, folks. It's a Roman paint job. Hey, if what Elon Musk did is a Roman salute, this is just a Roman paint job. Who are you going to believe, me or your own eyes? And I, for one, think it makes the car look better. I'm just saying, especially the Cybertruck looks much better with a dick on it. And meanwhile, in Tottenham, north of London, the Fast and the Fuhrer held Tesla, get his ass. Other countries getting in on the fun, making fun of us because we're the laughing stock. And then the protests, some people actually legally protesting. They say, hey, we don't want to vandalize Teslas because that's against the law. Instead, we are using our First Amendment right to get out there and hold up a sign and protest President Elon and his illegal takeover and destruction of the American government. This is Claremont, Florida. They got their signs out there. Musk, bad Deutsch. Nobody voted for Musk. All right, I dig it. Not sure how much effect that's going to have, but people have to feel like they have something they can do, right? Our votes don't count, so I guess you got to do something. My American friends say they don't see it on their news. We didn't have this kind of censorship even when Russia started the war. Stay strong. Yep, you don't see this anywhere. There's a blackout. But this is Chicago today. People protesting President Elon. Have you guys heard about this? Some of you may have, but I bet the majority of you haven't heard a word about this. Our media completely complicit on what is happening right now. A total takeover of our country. And not allowed to report on it. And this is America in a nutshell, folks.
Thank God the police are here to protect the Cybertruck.
Cybertruck. 9 cops.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
protecting
6,
1
7,
Cybertruck.
9 cops to protect 1 Cybertruck.
That's probably $600,000, $700,000 a year in salaries surrounding 1 Cybertruck. Because this is what the cops are for. This is what they're always been for. To protect the property of the rich and to oppress the poor.
Amazing.
What a shit fucking country. We can't afford health care for children. We can't afford cancer research. We can't afford to feed our kids. But we can afford 10 cops to stand around a Cybertruck, y'all. Hundreds of New Yorkers have swarmed to shut down the Tesla dealer in Manhattan. 6 have been arrested. Look at these fucking heroes. They got the jackbooted thugs out there to protect the world's richest man's property. I dare you have something stolen, though.
Whoa, what the
They're
hell?
never going to catch anybody that stole. You can get murdered. They wouldn't solve your murder. But don't you throw a rock through a Tesla. Jackbooted thugs all over that. They making their overtime, baby.
Wait, what?
This is what they're here for. And Mama Musk mad as shit, y'all. May Musk. People who were damaging Tesla cars, stores, and charging stations are either paid for their criminal acts or believe the liberal media lies and should be tagged with "I find retards." I'm beyond furious. So this is where we're at in this country, y'all. The world's richest man has started an alternative account called "I find retards." And all he does is post people that he doesn't like and says, "Found one." And then his mama reposting his alt account, "I find retards." You should just post a picture of America. Because I found one. The entire fucking country, at this point, retarded. You are proof of it. And yeah, folks, there's the police force. 100 of them out in front of the Tesla dealership. Everything for them, nothing for you. New American oligarch not even trying to fucking hide it. Plenty of money for Trump to play golf, though. And yep, another video of the 10 people surrounding the car that was all over the place. Meanwhile, Elon Musk blaming George Soros. Yeah, it's not people pissed off that an unelected bureaucrat and evil Bond villain is destroying our goddamn country. No, that's not it, folks. George Soros, isn't he dead? Musk blames Soros and Ag Blue for Tesla protests. Yes, it can't be grassroots. Always got to be some kind of conspiracy. I'd hate for a rich man to use their money to influence politics. That would be terrible. Right, Elon? And it's basically this. Then he posted, Cybertruck, this is his other alt account, living in everyone's heads rent-free. Yeah, you piss yourself or shoot yourself. Rent-free. I make a fool out of myself on a daily basis and people make fun of me. Winning! This is literally how they think, though, folks. They don't give a shit if they embarrass themselves every day. They think they're owning you somehow. Oh, and speaking of Musk mom, here's his mom, folks.
It's absurd. I mean,
of course.
This giant fucking weirdo. These carnies are running our country now. These inbred fucking weirdos rule us. And speaking of inbred weirdos that are ruling us, here is former congressional candidate Lily Tang. She woke up in the morning, y'all, and she's pissed because people are protesting President Elon. And oh, no, you don't. And also Twitter's down. So she almost had to commit suicide. But instead, she put out this video.
Hi, I'm inside of my brand new Tesla I bought to support Elon Musk and Doge. Radical leftists are Marxist communists. They want to shut you down if you do not comply to them, if you're a threat to their corruption, their money, their special interest. You know, I could not access to my X this morning, the only free speech app in the whole world right now.
Love free speech.
So I'm going to go buy some more Tesla stocks and support them whenever I can. We must win as the free people.
That's right. We must win. Everybody. I'm definitely not a China agent. I'm definitely not working for China and trying to help Elon Musk because Elon Musk also works from China. I love me some Tesla. America, baby. I'm America all day long. Just
beyond parody. What the fuck? It gets worse though, folks. We haven't gotten to the most ridiculous shit yet. So a lot of people are trying to distance themselves, unsurprisingly, from the Tesla brand, which is completely fucking toxic. No, it's not a parody. Shockingly, it's not a parody. Doing everything they can to try to keep their cars from getting keyed. Rebranding their vehicles. This one's got whatever the signal is. This Infinity? Whatever this signal is. Or Toyota. That's not a Toyota. I see through you. You're not fooling me. That's a Cybertruck. And yeah, Mazda. It's not a Mazda. Got the Mazda on the back of it. Whatever you have to do, though, maybe you shouldn't have bought the car to begin with if you have to hide it and you're embarrassed of it. So, of course, co-president Donald Trump got out there and declared that protesting Elon Musk is illegal. Yeah, boycotting Tesla is illegal now, folks, apparently, according to our president. DJ Trump, reposted by President Musk, says, to Republicans, conservatives, and all great Americans, Elon Musk is putting it on the line in order to help our nation. And he is doing a fantastic job. He's not. But the radical left lunatics, as they often do, are trying to illegally and collusively boycott Tesla. That's right, baby. Fuck your free speech. You're not allowed to boycott the richest man in the world. That's where we're at now, folks. Even going so far to call it terrorism, y'all. First off, Johnson vows probe into terror attacks against Tesla. I told you on the last show, Tesla owners are calling it a hate crime to vandalize their car. Now they're calling it terrorism, y'all. Terrorism. They literally try to overthrow our government, beat cops with American flags, not terrorism. Drawing a dick on a Tesla, terrorism, y'all. Calling this terrorism is itself terrorism. That's the whole point of this. They're trying to terrorize you into not boycotting. Eventually, you're going to have to buy a Tesla. Otherwise, you're a terrorist, y'all. That's where we're headed, this country. So, needless to say, people not too pleased with the fact that Tesla has had 70% less sales in Europe. That President Musk has sullied the brand of Tesla so bad. Tesla stock down 45% since post-election night. And so the day before yesterday, it dropped 15% in one day. He lost like $50 billion, y'all. 15% in one day. It dropped like fucking crazy. So what happened, y'all? Donald Trump used the White House to bail him out. To tell Americans that it was patriotic, that it is their patriotic duty to buy Tesla stock and bail out the world's richest man. You talking about the buffooning of America, the degradation of our country. He went on TV first. He was almost in tears as Tesla went down 15% in one day.
Call to action. You're hearing a call to action.
Yeah.
What? Call to action. You're hearing a call to action.
Yeah.
You giving up your other stuff? I mean, how are you running your other businesses?
He's not. He's spending all day long doing ketamine and shit posting on Twitter while Tesla tanks and his rockets blow up. That's what's fucking happening.
With great difficulty. Yeah, I mean...
But there's no turning back, you're saying?
I'm just here trying to make government more efficient, eliminate waste and fraud.
I'm just a small bean. I'm not destroying America and taking over. I'm just trying to help. Why everybody's so mad at me?
Just good God, dude. Almost fucking crying his eyes out. So President Trump saw that, saw his stock sinking, and thought, hey, I'm going to use the White House to make a commercial for Elon. Now, I know that's what happened. I know Elon called up his bitch, and he's like, oh, my God, my stock is sinking. I need you to immediately use the presidency to make a giant commercial. It'll be amazing. We'll get billions of dollars in free advertising. You can go out there, you can tell Americans that it's their patriotic duty to bail me out, and they'll fucking do it. And that's what they did, folks. They used the White House to put a commercial out for Tesla in order to bail out Elon Musk's sinking stock.
Hello, President Trump. Are you looking to buy or lease today?
Well, I'm going to buy. And I'm going to buy because, number one, it's a great...
Literally, Trump is not buying this car, first of all. Elon Musk is giving him this car. Probably not even giving it to him. It's just a prop. They're just lying and making all this up. But Trump doesn't fucking drive, okay? Trump is such a fucking bitch, he can't even drive a car. So this is all a political stunt, obviously.
Hello, President Trump. Are you looking to buy or lease today?
Well, I'm going to buy. And I'm going to buy because, number one, it's a great product, as good as it gets.
And number two, because this man has devoted his energy and his life
to destroy the country.
To doing this. So I think he's been treated very unfairly by a very small group of people. And I just want people to know that you can't be penalized for being a patriot. And he's a great patriot. And he's also done an incredible job with Tesla. And I mean, nobody else has a car company started up in the last 30 years that's been successful. I don't think so. And not only successful, but super successful. And because he's able to find billions and billions and billions of dollars of fraud and
government subsidies. Yes, that's what he did. But yes, the degradation of America. Hey, nobody ever deserved it more than we do, folks. I know this seems terrible. I know this is embarrassing, but this is what we deserve. This is what has to happen to collapse this empire, y'all. So look at it like that. And like I said, folks, Trump is going to label violence at Tesla dealerships as domestic terrorism.
Be labeled domestic terrorist. I will do that. I'll do it. I'm going to stop them. We catch anybody doing it because they're harming a great American company. You know, I've stuck up for the NFL. I've stuck up for a lot of American companies and other companies, but American companies. I did a very big favor for the NFL. I do favors for all. When you heard an American company, especially a company like this, supplies so many jobs that others are unable to do. When you do that, those people are going to go through a big problem when we catch them. And we have you got a lot of cameras up. We already know who some of them are. We're going to catch them. And then
yep, domestic terrorism, folks. That's what this country's going to punish. I dare you draw a dick on a Tesla. And yes, vehicles lined up at the White House. He's got a Tesla showroom out front of the fucking White House as they sell out our country to the world's richest man. This is what $300 million buys you, folks. Literally buys you a commercial from the White House. And he gave Trump a list of talking points, a script, Tesla pricing. He has the whole thing for the commercial out here, folks. Our president now a car salesman for the world's richest man. While the stock market drops 3,000 points, we ain't got money for kids. We ain't got money for health care. We ain't got no money for you, but we got plenty of money for the world's richest man. The oligarch not even trying to pretend anymore, ruling us outright and laughing in our faces. Americans, we like to afford basic necessities, keep vital programs, and not lose our retirements. Trump, best I can do is a car commercial for the world's richest man. Fucking suckers and losers. That's how they think about America. And they're right, folks. They're right. But at least a few good parodies got made, like this one.
Come on down to Donnie's Automart. Pick yourself up a brand new Tesla 2025.
If you don't buy a Tesla, I will have you arrested. Don't forget my mandate.
You know the swastika price on this car? Comes with all the trimmings. 2 windbags, IBS, no climate control, because that's a hoax. Not to mention the extra space in the back seat for special guests. Plus, every Tesla is graffiti-proof, sort of.
After a busy day of sucking up to Donald, I like to then pivot to sucking up to Elon Musk. Anything to spend zero time with Eric and my kids.
Yikes, your face.
Plus, I do some of my best singing
looks
in
like
the
a
car.
gelfling.
Every car has gotta go. No, really, because these are a security risk. These things blow up. Get your Tesla today before these two turn on each other. What are you waiting for? The stock market? That's cooked. If you come to Donnie's Automart today, we will throw in a dozen eggs. You know the price on that? So come to Donnie's Automart.
Worth more than the car. Well, get me some of them eggs, y'all. And this is not a fake picture, y'all. How is this real life? Oh my God, America. This is a real fucking picture. This looks like every gay porno I've ever watched, which is a lot. And let's see if they can pull out on that picture. And oh my God, no. Okay, whatever. He's got a little Cheeto dick. That's what I thought. I thought it'd be more mushroomy, but it's way bigger though. That's way too big for him, I gotta say. But whatever. Get that dick, Elon. And oh yeah, looks like remember this. I knew I saw that before. I knew I'd seen this scene before. Oh no. Somebody's gonna get whacked, y'all. Somebody's getting, spoiler alert, Sopranos, in case you don't recognize that screenshot. And yes, everything's gross. And then, we weren't embarrassed enough if America hasn't been degraded enough. Get up to $1,000 off the purchase of Tesla with my referral link. Yeah, it's for sale, folks. He bought it. And you might be thinking, isn't this illegal? Isn't the president doing a commercial for a private company? Totally, yes, it is. But nobody is enforcing laws anymore, so nothing is illegal if you're a Republican. And this reminded people of something that happened 80 years ago. Remember that? Remember when they were debuting the people's car? History doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. And then you might be thinking to yourself, hasn't Trump been going out for the last 8 years and shitting horribly on electric cars? Didn't every fucking rally he give, he stood up there and he talked about how shitty electric cars are and how they're trying to make electric boats now, and if the boat sinks, he's worried about it getting electrocuted, eaten by a shark. Isn't that one of the biggest parts of his whole spiel, is hating on electric cars? Remember this?
We have, and it's what people want to drive right now. And there's a little story about it, but you're going to see it a lot, I guarantee you. They have so many electric vehicles, nobody wants to buy them. They're expensive, although they'll probably get them.
By the way,
now nobody wants to buy them.
3,000 dealers around the country wrote Biden and said, please stop making us sell something they don't want. Ford lost $4.5 billion. Let me ask you this.
You know the government is subsidizing that.
Really?
So they're saying every time you make a car, we give you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And the people don't want them.
Yeah, who could be behind that scam? We should find out whoever's doing that. We should put him in jail. Right? No, we should make a president instead? Okay, that's what I thought. He ain't about shit, folks. He ain't about shit. We already know that, but if you need more proof. And even Sean Hannity, who's done nothing but shit on electric cars every day on his show, suddenly on the bandwagon. Sean Hannity, as promised yesterday, I just ordered myself driving Tesla. Over 1,000 horsepower. By the way, it doesn't drive itself. You have to be in the car with your hands on the steering wheel, and it's also very dangerous. Don't do it. 0-62 seconds. Details on how to win the Tesla of your choice. Yeah. Hey, you know what? I'm almost for this. If this is what it takes to get conservatives to start buying electric cars, I mean, okay, cool, I guess. Whatever it takes, conservatives. Own those libs. But, folks, it worked. I hate to say it, but it worked. So, day before yesterday, Tesla stock dropped by 15%. The next day, Donald Trump got out there and told his idiot cult that it is patriotic to bail out the world's richest man, that's what's important. Fuck everybody who's needy, all the poor, the world's richest man. And in the 2 days, he made almost all that 15% back. Stock went up 7.5% today, went up 5% yesterday. So the majority of what he lost, he got back. He paid Donald Trump $300 million, and he made what? $20 billion in return. What a return on fucking investment, y'all. And this is how the corruption works. They're not trying to hide it. They don't give a shit because they know there's nothing we can do about it. And idiots will do fucking anything the orange goof says. Everything for them, nothing for us. And yep, right after this happened, Musk declared he's going to donate another $100 million to Trump. Perfectly legal, perfectly clean. They ain't got to wash the money. They ain't got to launder it. They just do it all right into the fucking open, folks. Donald Trump did a commercial, used the White House to sell a private product, got literally billions and billions in free advertisement. Because news media, shows like this, we have no choice. He's the president. We have to cover what he's doing. Every single one of them cover Tesla. Every single one of them cover Donald Trump telling Americans that it is patriotic to buy Tesla stock. Tens of billions of dollars in Elon Musk's pocket. That's what happened, folks. That's what we are as this country now. And, all right, that is my Elon section. Hell yeah, we did it. We're at halftime. Only took us an hour and a half to get there. Looks like we might hit 3 hours tonight, folks. We'll see. I'm guessing 2.5, but we'll see. Definitely overtime. So get your super chats in right now for overtime. But hey, folks, Elon section. Shut up, hell Dusty! Yeah, we did it. We're at halftime. Hate that guy. You guys notice I cut off my comb over. I was like, that comb over's stupid. Everybody knows the comb over, Dusty. You look like Donald Trump. Cut it off. So now I got this big receding hairline again. Whatever, universe. How you going to get a hair transplant and still be bald? I don't know, baby. But now I'm back to just my receding hairline and hair powder like the God intended it. Anyway, case in point, I have a Patreon. You know what Patreon is? It's like a website where you go and you like donate a couple months, a couple dollars a month to help out the show. I don't sell nothing, folks. I just work my ass off on the show and put out free content, and everything I do is public domain. So you guys can literally take my show and you clip videos out, and then you can make money. You can make your own channel, and you can get advertisement off my videos and keep 100% of it yourself. That's what I do. But the only way I stay in business is I have a Patreon account, and I make money off the super chats. If you click the more button, it pops down. The very first link is to my Patreon. Now, look, I know it's a pain in the ass to ask you guys this. I'm sorry. I apologize. There's a become the member button right there. I'm sorry that I have to ask you guys this. I wish I was independently wealthy and didn't have to do commercials, but like the money's dropping, and I'm really, really trying to stay in business, so I keep doing this. So if you like my show, please chip in a couple bucks, would you? And as a bonus, you get access to all the after parties, including tonight's after party, which we're going to do right after the show. It's a whole other section I do that's less depressing than the regular show. It starts here tonight. It goes all the way down to here. And so come join me tonight at after party. Get your tickets, and please hit me out on my Patreon if you're able to. And thank you in advance. And all right, let's go ahead and read the super chats. The other way to keep the show on the air, it's the super chat me. Let's see what we got tonight. Ivy Evans, 20 tickets. Hell yeah, that's like $60. Superhero Ivy Evans. If you got a ticket, first off, you got to be here live for your chance to win a random free ticket. And not only does it give you a ticket to tonight's after party, you get a ticket to every after party I've ever done. So hundreds. And you get it for a whole month. But you got to be here live for these heroes to randomly give you one. And so thank you, Ivy. If you got one from Ivy, please give her your love because she deserves it. And show up at tonight's after party to hang out with us. Happy late cake day. Fuck yeah, we made it. Level 50. I'm leveling up nicely. Thank you, Shadow. BBC, other hero of the show. Happy late life day, Mr. Smith. Hey, good to see you, BBC. I appreciate you. I had a good one. And thanks to you guys. You made it great. Welcome to the Dust Buddies. Hey, if you want a ticket and you don't want to go to Patreon, you can become a Dust Buddy and have customized emojis to spend the chat with, and also get a ticket after a party. Check the membership section of YouTube for the link. And thank you, our units. MW, $50. You know what that means. Gonna read you sexy. Happy, relatively correct birth time. Close enough. Hey, the $50 makes up for everything. Thank you, MW. As always, super generous. I appreciate you. I am Two Fly Cam. Dusty, is Trump serious about wrecking Canada? I think he's just trying to destroy the economy on purpose so that he can declare martial law and then further submit himself as a dictator. But maybe he's just completely incompetent. I don't know. Time will tell, I guess. Spooky action at a distance, $20. 1975. That's my birthday. I see what you did there. Happy birthday, Dusty, darling, and welcome to the 50s. You make it look good. Yeah. Give the dogs some loving and tell them it's from me. Man, the dogs are so fucking spoiled, y'all. You guys spoil them, and so does Melvin. So I appreciate you, Spooky. Good to see you tonight. Zori, 6'11". Wish I could send more much love from a tiny Slovenia. Hey, what's up, Slovenia? Hey, I'm proud to have viewers from all over the world. It seems strange, and thank you for chipping in. It all adds up. I really appreciate it, Zori. $20 from the Trailhead Garden. Happy birthday. Just finished a project making a new website for a locally owned greenhouse. Little things like that and supporting shows like yours make the world better a little bit. Find your niche and fight. Hell yeah, good on you. We all have our little ways that we're artistic, and using those ways to help other people makes you feel good, don't it? Keep it up, Trailhead, and thank you. And Froderick, gonna make me read him sexy. Happy birthday, my friend. Happy birthday to you, whenever that is, Froderick. You rock, Froderick, everybody. Give Froderick, whose name I'm sure I'm pronouncing correctly, all your love. Very generous tonight. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. UA, $10. What up, UA? Good to see you tonight. Thumbs up to UA. Agent Orange, sexy read. Here's for the big 5-0. Happy belated birthday, brother. Sending positive vibes your way. P.S. Everyone in the chat tonight is awesome. Hey, everyone in the chat's usually awesome, except for the trolls. Hey, we have the best Oops. We have the best progressive community on all of YouTube. If you're not here live, you're definitely missing out. You ain't even got to talk, but like if you would like to make some friends in these trying times, this is a great show to do it on. So if you're watching the replay, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern, we do this show live. Not every, but most. And you're not going to be told usually because I'm shadow banned, because I'm dangerous as fuck, baby. Hell yeah, I'm a bad boy. So be sure to just tune in live anyway, because you're not going to be notified otherwise. Just mark it on your calendar, which we also use. 10 tickets from Haley D. What up, Haley D? I appreciate you. If you got a ticket from Haley D, you give her your love God damn it. That's a demandment, and I appreciate you, Haley. Good to see you tonight. Oh, swaggering cat. Sexery. The Pharaohs send birthday wishes and their regards. As always, major scritches to the Pharaohs and love to you, swaggering cat. Swaggering! Always really generous, super generous. Doesn't go unnoticed. Thank you. Love you, swaggering. Darns, $5. You're right, Dusty. So sorry about your uncle. Yeah, but I mean, he might have saved my life, y'all. I already got the cancer. I've only been like heavily drinking for like 10 years. I started drinking pretty heavily when I moved to Denver. So maybe I'll quit before it's too much, before it does too much damage to my body. But it's definitely a wake-up call. Like, I don't want to die at, I don't want to die. I think he's in his 70s. I mean, early 70s. But like my dad died at 54, man. And I just hit 50. It creeps me out so much to think that he only lived 4 years longer than I am. When I hit 54, man, it's really going to feel like I'm on borrowed time. So anyway, if you're drinking out there, maybe this is your wake-up call, you know. I know it's mine. Haley D, Wednesday, gotta get down on Wednesday. Woo! Thank you, Haley D. Appreciate you rocking out with me tonight. Tim Apple, $5. A little something for your hero, for you, hero. Expect our existence or expect resistance. You mean respect our existence or expect resistance? Hell yeah. I respect all of y'all's existence. Research. What are you, some kind of nerd? I know, right? I'm evil. Did my own research. Dumbass. Uh-oh, crash, boom, bang, baby. Everything's fucky. And all right, we'll scroll down and go back up. When we go to war with Canada, I got Vice Rhino. I'm on Canada's side. I know that for a goddamn sure. Pixel Pusher, my Tesla stock went up. Here's $20 of funny money from down under. You come from the land down under. Hell yeah, thank you. And don't buy Tesla stock, Pixel Pusher. But yeah, somebody asked me why don't I sell some of my Bitcoin and short Tesla stock. And that seems like a good idea, but I am not betting against the stupidity of America. That seems like a dangerous gamble. Love to the community. Hell yeah. Love back to you from me and the community. Carol McMickle, thank you. $2 from Jupequake. Jupe. Thumbs up to Jupe. We are in a dystopia now. I know, right? Never thought I'd see it, but I guess it keeps life interesting. Jupe, $149. Peaches to you, Jupe. Jupe, $3. Pears to you. Peaches and pears. Delicious. Cornucopia fruit, Jupe. Urban Moss, $10. You know what's crazy? Life, everything. Trump said he's not allowed to drive. I know, right? That's what he said, but we saw Joe Biden drive his Jeep. Why not? You couldn't keep Biden out of a car or off of a bike. Yep, I know, right? But he's just a pampered princess. Always had people driving around everywhere, or, you know, super alpha male, as conservatives probably say. One ticket from Juke. Fuck yeah. One ticket from I Name You. That's the way to do it. Appreciate you guys. The Cedar debate, an example of playing chess with pigeons. They are so unaware of their own ignorance because they were so cocky and confident. It's maddening. Very easy to hate people these days. The only writer so dumb. Imagine thinking Sam Cedar was the conservative. But yes, it's not that shocking, to be honest with you. I mean, we're talking about Cat Turd. We're talking about people that made a guy named Cat Turd super famous. Dude makes like $1 million a year as Cat Turd. So we're beyond the threshold of stupidity. Dusty had a catastrophic event when Lad thought it good to consume the cat's tuna. Who? I would not consume my cat's tuna. I have my own sandwich stuff that looks and smells like cat food that they think it's cat food every time, but it's not cat food. Get away from my chicken salad. Fucking cats. Thank you. Hey, thank you, Jim Brabick. I appreciate you. Pears to you. Happy birthday, Dusty, says Smoke Stew. You're a good man. I dabble. And have built such a great community. That part's true, but you guys built it, not me. I always look forward to the show. Hey, I sometimes look forward to doing it. So thank you for joining me. Great show. Tell it like it is. I do what I do, Rich D. I'll give you the D later. Gay. The press review you do, I appreciate a lot. Thank you for doing it. Duck and Sean, hey, you know, I have a particular set of skills, and I think that I use them for good purposes, good instead of evil. So thank you for supporting it, Don Hugo. Happy birthday, says Monique Keener. You make a difference in this world, and I really appreciate your efforts. Hey, I appreciate you. If you guys didn't support the show, I'm going to do it. So you guys are the unsung heroes here for sure. U.S. hardens rules for visiting Canadians. It begins. Get on CBD, THCV, or coffee drinks. Hey, I actually got some weed. For the first time I've had real weed. I've been buying this gas station shit, this Delta 9, and I'm not buying that anymore. It's chemicals from fucking China. I started feeling bad. But like I had no other choice. I can't say I didn't have a choice. I felt like I had no other choice because you can't buy weed. But anyway, since my uncle's dying, he gave me like a jar of weed. So being getting a little bit high, maybe that's why I'm in a better mood today. And thank you Nama? Your book about a tribe? I mean, the opening scene is about a tribe. No, the book is not about a tribe. It's complicated, hard to explain. Just wait, you'll love it. Scott Free, hell yeah! Didn't go free on us. Gave 10 free memberships, and thank you, Scott. You rock if you got one. Be sure to give Scott your love. My dog Molly has passed. Oh, I had a dog named Molly that passed too. In a month, I will have a kitten. Too young to take her on out. Yeah, you need 6 weeks. Any advice? No, cats are easy. They shit in a box. Your room's gonna smell bad. I mean, everybody thinks, oh my God, my cats are clean. It doesn't smell bad. Yeah, it smells bad. Anybody that enters your house immediately knows you have a cat, regardless. You get used to it, and you don't think that anybody else knows, but they do. But it's fine. I mean, it's worth the smell. And they are pretty clean. They lick themselves, and at least they shit in a box. So they're pretty easy to take care of. How about I say, you rock? Thank you, Scott Free. That means a lot. If 10 trans kids swimming can derail a country, did we even have one to begin with? I mean, loosely cobbled together, but it's definitely fucking over. It's Jover Rover. That's for fucking sure and good. And I love you, Banging Out West. You're always very supportive of the show, and I appreciate it. Research. What do you already read that? I am a nerd, though. Hey, Dusty. Hope you and the kiddies are doing okay. I'm doing great. I had a great birthday. I feel like I'm just getting started. I definitely don't feel like I'm reaching the end of my life, so that's good. Happy 50. Oh, very generous. Low, $100. Little old Mimi. Happy 50th birthday, Dusty. Hell yeah, that is super generous. I think that makes you tonight's super chat. Oh, wait, jump of the world. And I am not going to tell you to suck it. Little Degeneration X for you. Fuck yeah, little old Mimi. Appreciate you. You rock. Everybody, if you haven't given your love to Mimi, fuck you. For the kitty, says Sky Blue. Got some Tootsie Rolls, Tootsie Roll, those Tootsie Rolls. I don't know what that means, but I love the song. Thank you, Sky Blue. 10 pounds, took me to Pound Town. And Rick Watson, appreciate you. And all right, folks. Thank you, everybody who's super generous tonight, as always, and I really appreciate it. And if you want to get in your super chat and have me read your words in my very real podcaster voice, you can. Still plenty of time. I got about another hour at least a show to go. So get your super chats in early, get them in often. But for now, we're going to move along to a little section I'd like to call, drum roll while I find it. Where the fuck is it? All right, here we go. Oh, we had the cedar. All right, with Elon. All right, here we go. Now we're right. Damn, it's a long show. Look at all this shit. How do I do it? How do I organize something this big, y'all? I'm impressing myself. It's time for religious bullshit. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. Huh? Religious bullshit. Yeah. It's time for religious bullshit, motherfuckers. It's time for religious bullshit. Holy folks, you're never gonna believe what happened. It's been like, what, 5 days since wrong button. No, wrong button. Been 5 days since my last show, so of course, North Carolina Baptist pastor arrested on child sex charges. A pastor in Union County was arrested this week after he was accused of committing child sex crimes. At least I know. There's no... Of course. I can't even do the joke anymore. It's so old. Mega church pastor indicted on child sex charges. Robert Morris, founding pastor of Gateway Church in South Lake, Texas, was indicted on 5 counts of lewd or indecent acts. Of course, has to be one for every single day, folks. Been 5 days since my last show, so every single day these pedophiles get arrested. Always youth pastors preached. South Carolina pastor arrested on multiple child sex charges. And Oconee County preacher is facing child sex crime charges. The sheriff's office says 57-year-old William Franklin Galbraith of Salem was arrested today on dozens of counts of criminal sex conduct, multiple counts of criminal sex conduct with a minor and assault charges. New York pastor pleads guilty to child porn charges. A Long Island pastor is facing up to 3 decades in prison for possessing sexually explicit images and videos of young boys he chatted with online, a crime federal prosecutor condemned as unspeakable. I'll speak about it. Florida pastor teacher arrested in child sexting. Jeffrey Summers, 51, pastor of New Hope Baptist Church in Port Orange, was arrested on Friday evening by deputies of Port Orange Police Department. According to the court documents, he was charged with solicitation for sexual conduct with a child over a computer and traveling to meet a minor for sexual conduct.
Have a seat right here. Who do you come to see today? And you brought condoms? Do you think that's appropriate?
Who am I doing? Guess. You know. Pastor must pay $47 million for molesting 5-year-old niece. Damn! Here's the craziest part. It's not even crazy or surprising anymore, but it should be crazy. A Woodbridge man has been ordered to pay one of the largest awards to victims of sexual abuse issued by a San Joaquin County jury. $47 million, but guess what, folks? Palmer is still employed at the church. Yeah, baby. Who gives a shit? Who cares if you molested somebody? Jesus forgave you. And all right, that's all my pedophilia. And guys, like I always say, I didn't even look for this. I don't go out. I don't go to Google and say pastors, preachers that were arrested this week for child molestation. I don't even look. This is just stuff that shows up on my timeline. I'm sure there's so many more than this. Nobody cares. Did you guys hear about this crazy ass story? Talk about religion being a mental illness. Man attacks flight crew and swallows rosary beads. As attendants approached the man, DeLonge Augustine, 31, he kicked one of them in the chest so hard that the attendant tumbled across an aisle into a window on the other side of the plane. Disembarkation from the jet spiraled into chaos when Mr. Augustine stormed to the front of the plane and threw several wild punches at a flight attendant before the door had been opened, the affidavit said. Several passengers helped to wrestle him and his sister to the ground. Then the authorities learned that Mr. Augustine had swallowed the rosary beads. Oh, why wouldn't you? So he was taken to the hospital where he was evaluated and discharged to a county detention center. In the detention center, Mr. Augustine's sister told the authorities that they had been traveling to Haiti to flee religious attacks of a spiritual nature. So they're just crazy people, insane. Religion just makes you fucking nuts, plays into your paranoid delusions. And then, folks, oh my God, I don't know why I'm sad about this. I don't know why I care.
Well, still counting down those.
But I'm a little bit sad. You guys remember Adam Curry? So when I was a kid, I was poor as shit. I didn't have MTV, but my neighbors had MTV, and I used to go over to their house and be so excited to watch MTV and a super cool VJ, Adam Curry.
Those top 100 videos of 1987, and 1987 was another big year for the music and movie connection. We've seen videos this hour from Who's That Girl and Mannequin, we have one coming up from...
So cool, so hip. So now Adam Curry, well, let's check in and see what he's doing now. Oh, he's a Christian nationalist podcaster who's in love with Elon Musk and Deutsch.
Personally, I feel we need to pray for these people. They have other issues going on. This is not just a political problem. What I find rather interesting is that particularly when it comes to Elon Musk and Doge, and I have a lot of what I call hate listens. It's part of my job for the No Agenda show. I listen to left-wing political podcasts, anything I can get my hands on, and I'll listen. And you know, for weeks they were saying, "Oh, this is just a grift." Elon bought all of these great contracts.
He did do that. He didn't buy the contract. I mean, I guess he bought the presidency so he could award him to the contracts. That's 100% true. He did. So what is your argument that he didn't do this?
By spending money on President Trump's campaign.
Yeah, he did.
And now that that's turning out to be very disadvantageous for him, they're kind of stuck. They don't really know what to say other than...
What is the logic behind what he's saying right now? Okay, yes, he did buy up the presidency, and yes, did use it to enrich himself. And yes, at the same time, the American people are pissed off about that, and they're selling his stock and boycotting him. Both these things are true at the same time. What you're saying is complete fucking nonsense, you idiot.
And well, it must be just pure ego. No. These people are not in a political position. They are under dark spiritual spells. And I think we need to pray for them.
Yeah, well, pray your ass off, Adam. I'm definitely demon-possessed. Even though all I literally do is play their own words. I quote them. So satanic of me. And then, folks, in case you forgot for 5 seconds how weird and creepy religion is, here's Roman Catholic flagellants celebrating Easter in Calabria, Spain. Yeah, totally normal. Nothing super weird and creepy about these people, is there? Like a fucking horror movie. These people think they're the good guys, y'all. So weird, so creepy, so religious. You wonder where the Klan got their ideas from? Wonder no more. And last but not least, on this week's religious bullshit. Haters are going to say this fake, y'all. But hell no. You guys know what happens when you start worshiping Satan like I do? He put snakes in your pussy?
I've been drinking mortuary water.
Les tétons, regardez ici. Regardez ce dôme ici. Elle est le commis fornication avec ma personne autochtone. Regardez sa vie ici de dynamique flamme de feu nigérienne.
Two of them, there's two of them. Oh my God! No! No! Snake to the pussy! Poor snake.
Every married man, this is a warning. It's not every woman you sleep with. There are women, there is snake inside their private part.
C'est ce serpent, elle vient de... Pour qu'il vienne le part.
Oh, shalapashata.
Il est le maléfique dans sa vie. Regarde l'esprit.
Bring a stick.
Esprit de serpent.
Bring a stick.
Regarde l'esprit de serpent.
Why am I horny right now?
All those women that are sleeping with your husband, any serpent in their private parts, I kill the serpent in the name of Jesus.
Better not sleep with women without being married to them. They have a snake in the pussy gonna bite you, and I'm into it. I'm just saying, that's my kink. How did you know? Weird. But that's religion for you, baby. And that is my religious bullshit for this evening. Were you terrorized to the core of your being? I know I was. Rubes, yes! Never bigger fucking marks than Christians, right? They want to be lied to. They want to be conned. They get off on it. They have a fetish for being abused. Weirdos. And all right, folks, got to keep it moving. It's time for some trash world. If you know the words, feel free to sing along. The trash world, it's a trash world. It's a dumpster fire as hell. It's trash world. A trash world. Everything sucks all the goddamn time in the trash world. Duh. And first off, folks, planes falling out of the sky everywhere. It's not safe to fly in Trump's America. Happened again. Another plane crash has occurred in Manheim Township, Pennsylvania. I don't remember this happening at all under Joe Biden, folks. Actually, asked Donald Trump about it, and he was like, hey, sometimes things like this happen. Sometimes there's a lot of crashes, and then none for a long time. It's nobody's to blame. Nobody's to fault. Nobody's fault here. Has nothing to do with them firing all the FAA people. Nope. The buck stops anywhere else, folks. And then, I don't know. Somebody tell me, is this bad? West Virginia lawmakers approve child genital inspections without parents' approval. The people that are terrified about pedophiles trying to pass laws to look at your kid's junk without your permission? Seems fine to me. Nothing to worry about, folks. The West Virginia Democratic Party is calling on the lawmakers to immediately remove an amendment that would allow health care providers to visually inspect a child's genitals for purposes of verifying biological sex without parental consent from Senate Bill 456. Yeah, small government, folks. Gotta check out your junk. Hey, we're not creepy at all. This is for your own good, folks. You gotta let us look at your daughter's vagina. Why wouldn't you? Don't you trust us? You're not some sick pervert, are you? Who doesn't want us to look at your 3-year-old daughter's vagina or whatever? No, hell no. What a trash country. But like I said, folks, once again, this is actually good. This is what America needs to collapse so we can rebuild from the ashes. It has to get worse before it can get better. Maybe this will wake fucking people up eventually. Texas bill, I told you guys this before, but here's more details. Texas bill would make identifying as a trans person a felony. They're trying to genocide trans people to erase their identity. A Texas state bill could charge transgender people with gender identity fraud, making it illegal to identify as trans on official documents and potentially leading to jail time. Yeah, because it's the trans people you got to worry about, folks, not the preachers one a day getting arrested for raping your kids, not the Republicans passing laws to genitally inspect your children, but it's the trans people who you should be afraid of most, you fucking morons. Meanwhile, Republicans inviting sex trafficking Tate brothers to every Republican event. UFC leader welcomes the Tate brothers to Vegas match in this trash fucking planet, y'all. Even if you don't believe that they've raped anybody, which many women have said that they were raped by them, even if you don't care, that they're on audio tape bragging about beating women, even though they don't care, they're on audio tape admitting to raping women. They're also on audio tape admitting that they got their money by conning poor, desperate men out of their cash with their sex workers. Abusing, taking advantage of your fellow man is also really shitty behavior, but it doesn't matter in this garbage country in which we fucking live. The worse you behave, the more horrible of a human being you are, the more we reward you. They're in this country right now because Donald Trump, our president, literally went to bat for them, pressured Romania into releasing them from a house arrest so they could come over here and be celebrated by all conservatives everywhere, folks. Here they are.
Welcome to the States, boys.
If you pay for UFC events, fuck you. Pirate that shit like a motherfucker. Do not reward these people.
What's up, man?
What a fucking garbage country, folks. And look, they're literally sitting at the UFC with the FBI director. The guy that's in charge of the fucking FBI is hanging out with sex traffickers, y'all. Our country is run by criminals. Remember that movie they made about the sex traffickers? And all the conservatives went out and literally gave the people $1 billion. They bought up tickets in the theaters to give them away, and the theaters were literally empty because nobody wanted to see that. Yet so many people bought the tickets because they thought buying the tickets to this stupid fucking movie was fighting sex trafficking. You literally support sex trafficking. FBI director, best friends with rapists and sex traffickers. MAGA, not a single one of you gives a shit. And you know who else is garbage? Mario Lopez. You thought Zach was the bad guy of Saved by the Bell. No, fucking Mario hugging up on sex traffickers and rapists. Look at this dickhead. Yay, yay, America, America. Andrew Tate just walked in. Mario Lopez was super excited. They're heroes, this country, folks. Celebrated by this torn, broken society. If ever there was proof this place is collapsing, here you go, folks. Here's the Hodge twins. Yep, Hodge twins. Happily inviting sex traffickers and rapists on their show. Super Christian, all the Christians, circling around the sex traffickers as the preachers rape their kids because it's trans people, y'all. It's trans people who are ruining our society. It's trans people that are so scary. Not literal rapists and sex traffickers, but trans people. You fucking morons. And they're just doing this, folks, to prove that there's no decency left in this country. We were never a really decent country. But every small bit of decency we ever had, they are eroding on purpose to dispirit us and put it in our face that this is who we are now, that these are the people that rule us, that there's nothing we can do about it. Are they right? I guess we'll fucking find out. And I agree, folks. If Jeffrey Epstein was alive today and was a right-wing podcaster, MAGA would 100% back him and deny his claims. They would call anybody who tried to speak out against some libtards, and they would have them on their shows to own us. He would be a celebrity. Donald Trump would have him in the fucking White House. You know it's true. They don't care about anything. Bunch of fucking pedos, all of them. Fuck them. And then in the absolute corrupt United States of America, we now live in a country that if you actually try to go after criminals, you get punished. Not the criminals, the people going after the criminals get punished. DOJ put federal prosecutor of Eric Adams on leave. The Justice Department on Friday put 3 federal prosecutors and Manhattan on leave. Sources familiar with the matter told ABC News 2 of the prosecutors, Andrew Rogbach and Celia Cohen, worked on the prosecution of New York City Mayor Eric Adams, Democratic mayor who made a deal with the Trump administration to help them round up brown people and let them keep $80 million that New York had. And this is the deal they made. You're not allowed to prosecute criminals in America anymore, especially if they have ties to Donald Trump and they suck up to him. You get punished. This is mob tactics 101. Oh, you gonna come after us? We gonna come after you. We go after your whole fucking family, make an example out of you. You don't come after us. You let us do whatever we want to do. You lay fucking down and you like it. It has to collapse, folks. It has to. Other countries have added the United States to the international watch list for rapid decline in civic freedoms. And why wouldn't they? This is not a safe country anymore. We don't respect your civil rights anymore. More on that in a minute. The United Nations has not invited the United States, the NATO actually, the North American Treaty Organization, NATO, has not invited the United States to the summit on Ukraine. Basically, they're going forward with NATO without us. They realize America's not their friend anymore. America is now a fascist state that sides with China and Putin. Our president, Elon, bought up by China. Donald Trump, owned by Russia. Completely sold out our allies, our closest friends. Nobody trusts us anymore, and they never will again. Why would they? Even if we elect some sensible president next, what's to say 4 years after that we won't elect another buffoon, fascist, rapist, racist to sell out all our friends? There's no reason for them to ever fucking trust us. I don't blame you. It's over. It's Dunsville. Did you guys hear about the cop that was watching Matt Walsh YouTube videos while he killed a cyclist? Yeah. That's who's enforcing the laws. That's who's surrounding the Teslas to make sure you don't draw a dick on a Tesla. A Shelburne police sergeant had a YouTube video playing on a computer tablet mounting in his cruiser. The laws are for us, not for them. When he struck and killed a cyclist in South Burlington, according to the documents. A cab, as usual. And that, if you need any more proof that we live in a total trash society, folks. Oh, they deleted it. God damn it. Anyway, they had billboards floating out the ocean now. They have giant fucking billboards floating out in the ocean where the people on the beach can see it. Let's see if I can find it again. I fucking hate Reddit deleting every goddamn thing. So stupid. Here we go. Look at this, folks. Floating billboards! They pay paradise and put up a parking lot. Why not? Why not? It's the end of the world as we know it. Talking about end-stage capitalism, folks. Just gaudy, demon-encrusted cock every goddamn day. And then apparently Reddit is automatically flagging any mention of Luigi as potentially violent. Not even allowed to talk about Murder Bay anymore. Heroes. We get silence. We try to talk about the best among us. But you can talk about Andrew Tate all day long. It's fine, folks. Even on a place that should be sort of a safe space for free thought and progressive values, like murdering CEOs. Weak. Just kidding. Don't murder CEOs. Do not do it. America, don't kill all the CEOs. That would be bad and wrong for some reason. I will not elaborate. And Bill Maher now going public to demand everybody stop talking about Donald Trump's lies. He says, and if you're a liberal watching MSNBC every day, you're obsessed with this, talking about Donald Trump's lies. And you've seen all these things where they expose it. I'm bored with all that shit, okay? This is what he does. So do you agree we should stop obsessing about his lies? Yeah, this is the left, folks. This is the supposed left in the country. The fake left. Stop talking about Donald Trump's lies. Just let him lie. It's boring to call it his lies, folks. We are fucked. Fuck this goddamn boomer. But that's who HBO keeps on, folks. And then, speaking of the left, it's just so embarrassing. There are so few left-wing podcasters that are popular, and this guy is one of them. And he's such an insane, crazy weirdo with his incredibly creepy fucking wife, Hella. Anyway, they've been trying to sue Redditors for talking shit about them, folks. These pathetic idiots. These thin-skinned man babies. Hard to get sadder than this.
Work.
The answer is not on social media. It's with lawyers and reporters.
My lawyer can't do fucking shit, and it's driving me crazy.
I don't know what to tell you.
They go, 2:30, you can't do anything. Really? I can't believe that a website just allows this level of harassment, and it's just like, 2:30, you can't fucking. That's just
2:30.
Section 230. They can't be held responsible for what their users post.
But yeah, he wants to sue you for your free speech. I dare you talk about me. Try to do the Trump bullshit. This is a Zionist, child murder apologist, weird Ethan Klein. And then, as I always say, but if you guys need any more proof, Democrats are not going to save you. So last show, I showed you California Governor Gavin Newsom has started a new podcast. One of the first guests he had on was Charlie Kirk, in which he spent the program sucking Charlie Kirk's dick, being buddy-buddy with fucking Charlie Kirk, racist, misogynist, fascist, Nazi-ass Charlie Kirk, buddy-buddies, kissing that booty. Now, folks, he ain't having me on there. He's not using his podcast to build up right, left-wing, and progressive voices. Instead, Gavin Newsom. And this is Steve Bannon. Yep, Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon already has his platform that's hugely popular. He does not need more press, more attention, more likes, more views. But God damn it, if California Governor Gavin Newsom ain't going to give it to him anyway. This is how you lose. This is how you lose on purpose. The fucking Democrats, eternal fucking losers. The exact opposite of everything you should be doing. They do it anyway. Adam Kinzinger has thoughts.
I woke up this morning fully expecting the outrage of the day to be something that like Trump did, or the fact that Jared Golden, a Democrat, voted for the continuing resolution last night, which is also insane. And then I see this. I see that Gavin Newsom has decided to invite Steve Bannon on his podcast, and they're going to have just a wonderful conversation.
Yep.
Last week, he had Charlie Kirk on his podcast. That I didn't get extremely outraged about, even though Kirk is one of the bad guys. Bannon is the author of this chaos we're seeing right now. Bannon is the one that says you need to flood the zone with shit. Bannon is the one that has basically authored where we are and what Donald Trump wants. And because Gavin Newsom wants to run for president and thinks he's going to be this healer, he brings on this nationalist. Many of us on the right sacrificed our careers taking these people on, and Newsom's trying to make a career with them.
Yep.
This is insane.
Yep.
I woke up this morning.
Fuck the Democrats. We have to have a third party. It's not going to happen, though. The country's going to collapse first, but I'm just saying, ideally, that's what would happen. And that's it. That is my trash world for this week. Fuck Gavin Newsom. I heard Kamala is also thinking about running for California governor. Yawn. Yeah, we backed you when you were our only choice versus Donald Trump, but didn't like it. And she's done nothing to speak out against what's happened in our country since Trump becomes president. She's fucking MIA, just like Biden is. Useless fucks. So to hell with them all. I'll tell you who my choice is, but we'll cover that in the hero section. Not going to give away any spoilers. We cannot work with the Dems. It all comes down to class interest. Yes, there should be class warfare. Absolutely. I hope America wakes the fuck up. But like I said, it's going to have to get way worse. And, all right, we're along, folks. Get your super chats in. I brought this back at a popular request. It's time for What the Fuck? WTF question mark. WTF exclamation point. And guys, did you see the new outrage this week? This is fucking everywhere. So I'm just going to show you the video. Here's what it looks like to me. High school race. It's a relay race, you know, where you run and you pass the baton to the person in front of you. Looks like one girl runs in front of the other girl, and the other girl cocks her hand back and smacks the other girl in the head with the baton, supposedly causing a concussion and brain damage. Let's look. Here we go. Oh, okay. All right, let's look at that again. So here they come. They're running around. She's passing her. Boom! Right in the head. She cocked her head back, smacked her in the head. And then she almost looked like she was like, oopsies, oopsies. I did it on accident. I didn't mean to do it. So I don't know, folks. I'm not in her head. I'm not psychic. She claims it was an accident. Let's hear her side of the story. See if you guys believe this.
Everybody has feelings. So you're physically hurt, but you're not thinking of my mental, right? They're going off of one angle. A couple times hitting her my baton, got stuck behind her back like this, and it rolled up her back. I lost my balance, and when I pumped my arms again, she got hit. I know my intentions, and I would never hit somebody on purpose. They're assuming my character, calling me ghetto, racist slurs, death threats, all of this just because of a 9-second video. Everybody has feelings. So,
oh no, like maybe it's an accident. I don't know. Didn't look like an accident to me, but I don't like the idea of a whole life being thrown away for one mistake. Anyway, let's bring forensics in and do a reenactment of it.
This morning, Alayla Everett, the track star at the center of that viral video showing her appearing to hit another runner in the head with the baton, is speaking out.
I would never do that on purpose. That's not in my character.
Everett says the incident is a complete misunderstanding, pointing to another angle of the race as proof.
The baton was literally, like, her arm was literally hitting the baton like this until she got a little ahead and my arm got stuck like this.
In the video, Everett is seen on the inside track running the 4x200 relay at the Virginia State High School League Championships when junior Kaylin Tucker came around the outside on the corner.
That's when she hit me with the baton. I just felt a bang on my head and then I fell off the track immediately.
Kaylin dropping her baton and reaching for her head. She was later diagnosed with a concussion.
Now, since the incident, the Everett family has been served with court papers and must appear before a judge. The athletic.
So what do you guys think? Was it all an accident? Let's see, was another angle? Let's see if the other angle shows. I mean, it does look like it might have touched her back, and then she looks like she raised her hand and smacked her with it. That's what it looks like to me. Looks like she got pissed. They got caught up in her, and she's like, fuck you, bitch. But I don't know, folks. Oh, no. You guys make up your own mind. And that, oh, what the fuck? Did you guys see this one? Disgruntled employee runs his car through a CarMax.
What the fuck? Ow, ow, ow. Go that way, go that way, go that way, go that way, go that way.
I'm just going on a limb and say, you're fired. Just a thought, probably. That'd be my guess. Yeah, that's a bad life decision. Says, just in, multiple people injured with 2 in critical condition after a driver rammed a car into a CarMax in Inglewood, California. 8 people are injured, according to officials, following an incident at CarMax, according to the Los Angeles County Fire Department. 6 people suffered minor injuries, and 2 were rushed to the hospital with critical injuries. So, yikes! And last but not least, on What the Fuck, did you guys see the story where in Russia, a mother of a dead soldier was given a meat grinder? Come on! That's a little on the nose, even for fucking Putin. Just saying. But I don't know. Somehow I blame Zelensky. Fuck you, Zelensky! I don't know why. That is my What the Fuck for this week. Mara is a clone and a clown, too. All of that. Was it a Tesla? Unfortunately not. It would have exploded. You know that. Bad life decisions. True story. Dumb as fuck. Ryan, don't stand there. I just want to get hit by the car. More money, baby. Total accident. She forgot what head was. I doubt she forgot what head was. And all right, we're alone, folks. Get your super chats in. It's time to get even more depressed. How, you might ask? How could it be any more depressing than it already is? Free Palestine. Zionists can lick my balls. And this is why, folks, this country has to collapse. It has to end. Supporting the genocide, the ethnic cleansing, the murder of thousands of children. Israel to cut off all electricity to Gaza residents. Why does Israel have the right to even have the electricity to cut off from Gaza? Doesn't seem like they should have that power to fucking begin with. But yeah, hey, it's a ceasefire, but hey, we're not firing bombs. We're just killing you with no electricity, no food, starving you out. Technically part of the ceasefire, isn't it right? Meanwhile, in America, NYPD attacking pro-Palestinian protesters. Welcome to the new America. There you go. The same people that swear they love free speech absolutists. They've ended free speech in our country, folks. This is not even the worst of it. They decided you're not allowed to criticize a foreign government. They're not even suspending free speech for America, y'all. They're suspending it for Israel. We are ruled by Israel, China, and Russia right now. Foreign entities, while the jackbooted thugs make $100,000 a year assaulting American citizens for daring to speak out against child murder. It gets even worse. So now they've suspended free speech altogether in America. Breaking, DHS, that's the Department of Homeland Security, lead negotiator of Colombia Gaza Solidarity Campaign after an online campaign by a pro-Israeli group. So this guy, he's got a visa, completely illegal in this country. And as all people in America, you have human rights. You have protections under the Constitution. As has been ruled by the Supreme Court over and over and over again. But they want to suspend your right to free speech in this country. They want to intimidate you, to bully you into shutting the fuck up and not speaking out against Israel. So they've arrested this guy and threatened to deport him for setting up protests against Israel. Mohammed Khalil, who was detained on Saturday, is being held at an ICE detention facility. This is so dystopian, y'all. This is the official White House account, y'all. We will find, apprehend, and deport these terrorist sympathizers from our country, never to return again. So, if you support child murder, if you support the genocide of the Palestinian people, totally fucking fine. If you're against it, you're a terrorist, and you have to be silenced in this country. This is Trump's America. 1984 wasn't supposed to become real, to be honest with you. And here's the free speech absolutes for you, folks. This is the acting director of ICE, Trump's hand-picked guy to run ICE.
Free speech has limitations, but...
You hear that shit? Free speech has limitations from the free speech absolutist crowd.
Free speech has limitations, but when you go to a college campus, you incite protesting and locking down and taking over buildings and damaging property.
They literally storm the Capitol and try to overthrow democracy.
And handing out leaflets for Hamas, who is a terrorist organization. Coming to this country either on a visa or becoming a resident alien is a great privilege, but there are rules associated with that. Free speech.
Even more, folks. Him shitting on free speech, wiping their ass in the Constitution.
It directly contradicts the United States foreign policy. That's the Secretary of State. That's in charge of the Secretary of State. We consider a national security threat.
He's a national security threat. This guy who simply wants you to stop murdering children in Palestine is a threat to America somehow.
Campuses, they say, and I hear freedom of speech, freedom of speech, freedom of speech. Can you stay in a movie theater and yell fire? Can you slander somebody verbally? Free speech has limitations, but when you go to a college campus, you incite protest.
Yay! Limitations on our free speech. Destroy our Constitution, Daddy. And yep, these are Christian nationalists. These are the free speech absolutists. These are the patriots who will die for the Constitution. Mark Bosch. The First Amendment only applies to citizens of the United States. No, it doesn't. The Supreme Court has repeatedly ruled that First Amendment protections extend to non-citizens, but this is what they're saying, folks. This is how they're trying to cook the frog slowly. First, it's for people with visas, and then it's for the rest of us. They get us used to taking away our First Amendment free speech, and then they do it for everybody. And you make up your mind, MAGA. Our rights come from God. Foreigners don't have the same rights as citizens. But this is what they believe. God only gives white Americans rights. Everybody else, fuck you. You have been abandoned by God. And to make it even more dystopian, the lawyer for Mohammed Khalil at today's hearing said that she has been unable to speak to her client once since his detention. Does any of this sound like an America you were taught about growing up? No, it's not. It sounds like a crazy fucking nightmare. It sounds like the country that I was raised to respect and love has been murdered, which is exactly what the fuck happened. And shockingly, people like Peterson, the free speech absolutist, crickets about this. Curious. Almost like they ain't about fucking shit. Never have been, never will be. And Queen Medea Benjamin of Code Pink been going to our Congress people and asking them, hey, what happened to free speech? Don't you guys love free speech? They all got the talking points memo. All they're going to do is call this guy a terrorist over and over and over again to justify limiting free speech and the crackdown on those who don't want child murders.
Hello, Congressman. Have you made a statement about the university student Mahmoud Khalil who's been arrested for basically free speech?
He should go home.
Why should he go home?
He's a terrorist.
He's not advocating
No evidence
violence
that.
at
No,
all.
he sure hasn't.
We're going to always disagree. Just know that.
Yeah.
So I don't agree with you.
That's what they say. They lie. And then when you call them their lie, they say it's just a disagreement. You're not going to shit on me for a disagreement. No, we're shit on you because you're fucking literally lying and taking away our rights with your lies.
Why would you call him a terrorist?
Because that's what he is.
Why? Have you seen anything that he's done that is...
Because I've been told that.
You think he's a terrorist?
He's a terrorist.
He
should go home.
Why?
Because he's a terrorist.
Traitors.
He's a kind, gentle
Hate the Constitution,
who is a
these people.
negotiator. And if you look, he says that the Palestinian and Jewish people, their liberation is intertwined.
Yes.
He's not a terrorist.
He should go home.
Why?
He's a terrorist.
You just keep saying he's a terrorist, but you have absolutely no proof of that.
Well, I said
Nothing.
between he should go home, he's a terrorist. That's what I have to say. He should
That's
go
all
home.
you have to say.
Yeah. He should go home.
Wow, that's very sad.
Man, fuck the Constitution. Fuck free speech. He has no rights. He should go home. I just say terrorists over and over again, and folks are setting it up. All of us will be labeled terrorists. This is exactly what the fuck's coming. They're already laying the groundwork for it. If you don't 100% agree with Israel, if you speak out against them in any way, you're a terrorist who is a threat to our national security, and we might have to take care of you. It's not coming. It's here, y'all. It's already fucking here. This is the shit that Patriots always said they needed their guns for. This is what they always said. The tree of liberty is water with the blood of tyrants. This is what they fucking said. And they're the ones doing it. They'll be the first fucking ones to get rid of all our rights, to throw us in the goddamn gulag for dare standing up against a foreign fucking government. Then on CNN, this is what I was saying before, they let these people on here just fucking lie their ass off. Why are you letting these people on your fucking channel, CNN? Watch this crazy ass shit.
I think the question here is about whether speech can result in people's legal rights being taken away.
He's a virulent anti-Semite. He came here on a student visa. He's paid by a terrorist organization that beheads babies.
What evidence do you have of
beheads babies?
Wait.
I have evidence.
So I'm sorry, just to be clear, you're alleging
He's paid by a terrorist organization that beheads babies. I have evidence, he just said.
That he's paid by
He's a paid protester.
By who?
Well, I didn't ask my intelligence division exactly who paid for him, but he's being paid by...
Yeah, I didn't ask any questions. My intelligence people just told me he was being paid, and I was like, no further questions. I don't care. I'm just taking that as gospel. I don't need any kind of evidence. I don't even need to know who. I'll just go on CNN and claim it's true, and they'll let me do it, baby.
He's being
That's
paid...
a pretty explosive allegation. Who is he being paid by?
Can I ask you a question?
No, you said you had evidence.
Can I change the subject immediately? Can I pivot to something else? I didn't think there would be questions.
He's being paid by?
He's being paid by organizations that are anti-American.
How do you know if you don't know who they are?
Engaged in nefarious activities. I don't ask my intelligence division to give me...
Then don't come on national TV and say on...
I don't ask for evidence. I just take whatever they say and spread it. Who needs evidence, baby?
But don't come on national TV.
Do you know who he's being paid by?
I don't, and I'm not alleging that he's being paid.
Are you okay with what he's doing?
I'm not alleging he's being paid by because I don't know.
Are you okay with anti-Semitism?
You are coming on
Oh my God, these people.
Jewish students.
Free Luigi. Free Luigi.
Don't make this about that. Make it about the fact that you
That's exactly what it's
listen,
about.
that you talk louder doesn't mean anything. You're making this about. You are saying things
This
on national
country is
TV
so
that you
cooked,
cannot
y'all.
corroborate. That is
It's
irresponsible.
works. It's more than
Why don't
cook.
you ask the NYPD Intelligence Bureau?
Well, why
don't you ask the FBI and the CIA?
Because I don't speak to
them. They know exactly what's going on.
If there's evidence, bring it out.
Just trust me, bro. Just trust me. Just good goddamn. Oh, my God. Almost hard to believe. And yes, arrest pedophiles on the Epstein list. Nope. Arrest campus students for anti-Semitism. Yeah. I'll arrest you for, it's not even anti-Semitism. Literally eradicating the Palestinian people is anti-Semitism. They are a Semitic people. You can't get any more anti-Semitic than genociding Semitic people, but words don't matter anymore. Everything is the opposite of the way it should be in this country now. Speaking of which, I wish I were making this up, y'all.
If you don't do that, you are in breach of those conditions and you could be arrested.
What if we support Israel? Are we okay to stay or not?
I think I made it quite clear which side it was about. If you're in support of Palestine, then you are breaching your conditions.
And if we are in support of Israel, we can stay? Congo, Sudan. So what is this about? It's so
what
weird.
is it about?
I understand if we can't protest at all, but like if we protest for Palestine, Sudan, Congo, we can stay. If we protest for Israel, we can stay. Yes. Just to make this clear.
Yes, that's very clear. Yes, you're not allowed to protest against Israel. It's against the law. Hey, a foreign government rules you, and they decided you're not allowed to criticize them. But if you protest and support them, totally fine, baby. Yeah, freedom. Don't you love Zionism? They can literally take your rights away in other fucking countries. And then they're not even trying to hide it, folks. They're not trying to hide what their agenda is. If you protest, straight to jail.
Of education. We have K through 12 and we have higher ed. We've got to treat both of them different. But when it comes to protesters, we got to make sure we treat all of them the same. Send them to jail. Free speech is great, but hate free speech is not what we need in these universities, and they don't need to be doing things that they're preaching from Hamas about anti-Semitism.
Yeah, hey, free speech is great, but if we declare what you're saying is hateful according to what we believe is hateful, like stop murdering children, so hateful, jail, yay, America. Oh my God, we're so great. I can't believe how great we are, y'all. You feel the greatness? Thank you, Patriot. Hey, I just want to thank every Patriot for voting for Donald Trump so we can't protest Israel anymore. A foreign government has taken away our free speech rights. Thank you, Patriots. Thank you. But big ups to Susan Sarandon, who was out there, Johnny, on the spot to use her celebrity to try to help this young man. Actress Susan Sarandon, the first in line awaiting to enter the courtroom where Mahmoud Khalil is set to appear. Great woman, great rack. And people are pissed, y'all. I don't know if these protests are going to do any good. But as Lance from The Surf says, I don't think everyone realizes what turning point this is. The right all think it's fine if they throw away the Constitution because it should apply to non-white people. And liberals are hoping it will stop at pro-Palestinian protesters. It won't. They're going to be coming after me next. They're going to be coming after all of us, folks. This is just getting started. First, they came for the visa students who were speaking out against genocide. And I said nothing, but I didn't say nothing. I screamed and yelled, but I've been screaming and yelling for 10 years. Don't seem to be helping. Anyway, they protested, y'all.
Let the siege on Gaza now! We want justice, you say how? We want justice.
I don't know if that's going to help, but I mean, you got to do something, I guess. I think this is just the first step before something else happens. Luckily, a judge blocks the deportation of the Columbia U activists temporarily. Hopefully this will stick. Hopefully our systems of checks and balances will work and constitutional law will rule the day. We'll see what happens. Meanwhile, here's what the Zionists are doing, folks. They have so much money, they can just waste it right in front of our face to put it in our face. An Israeli female soldier filmed herself today in Nablus, West Bank, firing grenades at civilian homes for no reason other than to create a video. Endless money, folks.
Shabbat Baboker.
Endless money.
Shabbat Baboker. Yom Yafeh.
Look at them. Yay! Just shooting grenades for no reason. Every one of those grenades is probably $1,000. Every single one of those shots is like a year in school for a college kid in America. But who gives a shit? They hate us. They look at us as you look at any sucker and loser that you abuse, use, and throw the fuck away. And why wouldn't they? They're right. They're right. We are their bitch. You need more proof? Here's Senator Rick Scott in his office. Notice anything? Literally got the flag of a foreign government in his office. What the fuck? And if this were a video where he was actually talking about Israel, okay, maybe it would be understandable. It'd still be shitty. It'd still be wild that conservatives worship a foreign government where they worship America. But it's not even a video about Israel.
Hi, Senator Rick Scott here. I hear
God damn it.
From Americans, it seems like every day they're sick and tired of changing their clocks back and
Yeah!
forth.
It's about daylight saving times. It's a video about daylight saving times where he just has to have the Israeli flag front and center, y'all. So we know who his bosses are, who his loyalty really belongs to, and it ain't us, I can guarantee you. And I don't know if this is going to disappoint any of you guys, but it disappoints me. You know who's a giant fucking piece of shit? David Schwimmer. Apparently his face is melting right along with his morals.
I believe with that privilege comes a responsibility to use my voice in moments like this, at a time of danger, bigotry, and violence. Now, as you know, speaking out often comes at a cost.
Oh, God.
You don't have to say anything political. No one's asking you to solve the conflict in the Middle East. Just say that you stand with your Jewish friends, colleagues, and neighbors.
I stand with Palestine, okay? And every good Jewish person stands with Palestine. Every one of them, David Schwimmer. Who do you stand with? I already fucking know. Goddamn ghoul.
Against hatred and discrimination. Say that what's happening on our...
Murdering children to them is not hatred, y'all.
College campuses.
Oh, my God.
And in our schools.
I dare you say what you want to on college campuses. I dare you have free speech when you're talking about Israel. You're not allowed to do that, y'all. Zionists own you. Know who your rulers are.
And to Jewish-owned businesses is totally unacceptable. Say...
It's not Jewish-owned, it's Zionist-owned businesses. Jewish-owned businesses are completely fucking fine. If you're a Zionist, get fucked. Boycott their business. Boycotting is American as apple pie, David Schwimmer.
Say anything. Anything
Fuck
in
David
solidarity
Schwimmer. I'm
with
saying
the Jewish
something.
community. Post your bar mitzvah picture. We'll start a trend of embarrassing haircuts and dental work. This time we're in with the terrifying global rise in anti-Semitism and the...
For no reason, Israel just sitting there. They're just small being, just minding their own business, not doing anything. Everybody hates Israel for no reason. Why does everybody hate Israel, y'all? I don't know, just did it just because you were Jewish. That's the only reason. We didn't do nothing to nobody. Oh my God, y'all.
Normalization of hate speech and physical attacks against Jews.
Not do Palestine.
Calls for those of us in positions of real or perceived leadership, whether we ask for it or not, to risk a little personal comfort for the sake of the greater community.
Oh, get fucked, goddammit. Way to make friends even worse somehow. I miss Chandler, and then Christians. I grew up a Zionist, y'all, as every conservative Christian Southern man, woman, and child does in this society, because from the very moment I'm born, they brainwash you with the Bible bullshit that tells you that Jews are God's chosen people, that Zionists are God's chosen people, that God gave Israel to the Zionists, and that you have a God-given duty to do everything you can for Israel, even above America. You have to put them above America, or else God is going to punish you. Every one of us was taught that. But Christians, I beg you, wake the fuck up. They hate you. They fucking hate you, just like you would hate anybody you were conning. You wouldn't have any fucking respect for them. You would look down on them. This is how they feel about you. This is a Christian woman yelling, Jesus is king, and occupy Jerusalem. An Israeli Jew then spilled water on her, saying, this is Israel. It belongs to Jews. There's no place for you here. It's exactly how they feel about you. The entire world belongs to them. There's no place for you anywhere. But at least I'm going to finish up on a good note. This dude, comedic genius. This is brilliant. Watch him nail this Zionist idiot.
Hey, pro-Palestinians.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I have a question for you.
Okay, shoot. I mean, no, don't shoot. Sorry, I forgot you're Israeli. No, go ahead.
How come, and I'm going to butcher this name.
Just the name?
Ali Bey Abdul Haiti, a prominent Palestinian leader, told the Peel Commission in 1937, there is no such country. Palestine is a term the Zionists invented.
People say weird things all the time. Let me give you an example. Here's Golda Meir, the Prime Minister of Israel.
East and West Bank was Palestine. I'm a Palestinian. From 21 until 48, I carried a Palestinian passport.
So, you have a choice. Who are you going to believe? Some guy's name that you can't even pronounce and that you're butchering, or your own Prime Minister? Now, normally, I don't recommend listening to or believing any Israeli, but you're Israeli. Listen to your Prime Minister.
They don't give a shit, folks. It's not about anything with them, though. They don't care what the truth is. They just want you to shut the fuck up and let you murder them while they take your shit. Zionism 101. And that is my Free Palestine. And free Palestine! But no more free speech for you, folks. No more free speech for me. It's over. America ended when we elected Donald Trump. It's not going to happen. It's already happened, unfortunately. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. And all right. Oh, we're already 2 hours. Holy shit, 10:40. We might hit 3 hours tonight, folks. Not sure, but we're getting close. Promises made, promises kept. Hey, if you love overtime, reward me for overtime. We're doing it, baby. Let's move along. It's time to finish you guys off with a happy ending. It's beyond parody. And let's check in with super liberal Jimmy Dore and see how he's doing. It's him and Matt Tiebaby. We're skeptical of everything. Matt Tiebaby and Jimmy Dore reconsider climate change. It's the establishment, you shit lamps. Nice. And then I love the cult. Always trying to gaslight. Here's Donald Trump driving in his car to play golf. He's played golf every single weekend since he's been president. Keep fighting. Dr. Dawn Michael. President Trump never stops working for the American people. He's literally on his way to the golf course in that video. What in the absolute fuck? But it doesn't matter. They don't really care. They don't believe anything they fucking say. They get off on lying. This is the official White House website, y'all. This is what it says. I'm not making this up. Go check. In just over 1 month, illegal border crossings have plummeted by numbers that nobody has actually ever seen before. It's much more than 100%. I got to rub my eyeballs a little bit for this one, y'all. Much more than 100%. Because that's mathematically possible. I guess less than 0 are crossing now. Negative numbers. Dark matter is crossing, canceling out all the other illegals that came before them. Don't think about it, dummies. Also, the White House official site from this dipshit country. Last night, President Donald Trump highlighted many of the egregious examples of ways the fake news losers at CNN immediately tried to fact check it, but President Trump was right as usual. Good God. It's like high school. It's like a bunch of 8th graders have taken over our government, and they're passing notes in class. That's the level we've reached in this fucking country. The dumbest motherfuckers running our shit. I always say it's hard to believe, and then I always say I guess it's not, but man. So first you got Donald Trump doing commercials for the world's richest man on the White House lawn. And now you got Mr. Brainworms, the Secretary of our health, of health, you know, the guy that runs all our health care, who has no medical background, doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, just a fucking idiot. They're literally on Fox News now doing commercials for Steak and Shake, y'all. I'm not making it up. Watch.
Beef tallow. Oh, by the way, here you go. If you want to just take the red mask, and I'll take those trays back for you. Okay? Oh, okay. Is that? This is you, Sean. Oh, this is me. Okay, thank you. And Secretary, this is for you. All right, gentlemen. Enjoy. Thank you. You didn't pick up my Coke, did you? Get your Coke. I got you, buddy. Small with the little ice. Okay. But I'm not going to drink it all because you're going to yell at me. I'm only kidding.
And Steak and Shake just switched out. And people are raving about these French fries. You taste them.
They're amazing. They really are. I'm not. There's not.
When I was in travel in Europe,
how the degradation of America never ends.
Always had great food. The French fries were always a disappointment because we had the best French fries here. They had pommes frites over there, and they just didn't taste right. Today, the best French fries in the world are in Europe. I order them every time I go to Belgium or France or any place else. And the French fries here just don't taste right. And you taste these, it's a completely different experience, and the customers are raving about it. Other companies, Steak and Shake has been great. We're very grateful for them for RFKing the French fries. They turned me into a verb. But also Popeyes.
This interview with our health secretary brought to you by Steak and Shake. Yep, I mean, this is idiocracy, 100% idiocracy. All our politicians sponsored by different companies, just right out in the open. Hard to believe, but here it is, the new America, folks. And then, just another example of how there's no reason to debate conservatives because they don't mean what they say. Whatever they say today, they'll say the opposite of tomorrow, and they'll laugh at you forever believing them. Even if you don't believe them, it doesn't matter. They get off on lying. So here's Mila Joy. I voted for the price of groceries. I voted for the price of gasoline. I voted to stop the invasion. I voted for low inflation. I voted for safe streets. Look, that's what she voted for. I voted for the price of energy. She voted for the economy. It's the economy, stupid. It's the economy, stupid. That's why she had to vote against Joe Biden, because of the price of groceries. Today, she's like, I didn't vote for eggs. I actually voted for Trump to burn the entire corrupt system to the ground. Yeah! Remember what I said? I voted for the price of eggs? You stupid idiot. I didn't vote for that. I voted for this new thing that I said. You're so dumb for believing me? And, oh my God, Shady Vance went a little hard on the eyeliner today.
I want to give some acknowledgement of all the honored guests here. I can't, of course, call everybody.
This is so weird.
I have to say thank you to Ashley.
Why does no one say anything to this dude?
His wife for being here.
Mr. Emo Vice President with the short pants, and yes, Dayman, Master of the Night Man. I'm not singing that song, but close enough. And I love the other pictures down here. Yep, nailed it. Nailed it. He's so goth. Got the goth president. So weird. He's want to kiss his army. The fuck. And this is conservatism 101. This is how a lot of the popular influencers do, especially like Elon Musk. They have burner accounts, and so they pretend to be completely different strangers, and they post comments back to themselves to back up whatever they're saying. This guy, I guess, forgot to log out of his main account and into his burner account before he posted on his alt. Del Partridge, popular conservative influencer. Women are designed to be led. If a woman refuses male leadership, she will either end up alone or with a beta male. Oh, no, not a beta male. Beta males always leave women feeling insecure, which makes her prone to leaving him for an alpha. If you have to tell people you're an alpha, you're not an alpha. Alphas don't exist, but you're definitely not an alpha if you have to tell somebody you're alpha. Anyway, somebody says, I try very hard to lead my wife sacrificially, but I suspect that somehow I would still be labeled as a beta male. To which he responds, my husband serves by leading. He sacrifices by leading. He loves by leading. You! It was you! Obviously, he has an alt account of a Christian trad wife that he was attempting to post to back up what the fuck he was saying. This is how they all do, folks. It's all so goddamn fake. This is all social media. But they make a lot of money doing this, folks. This is how the game is played. And then who? Who buys shit like this? It looks like a butthole. It looks like the American flag has a butthole. So I guess you're presenting your juicy starfish for Donald Trump to fuck. You absolute goddamn weirdos. Holy God. How is this not a desecration of the flag? You've turned the flag into a giant butthole and then put Trump stickers all over it. Okay, I'm not surprised. That tracks, actually, now think about it. You guys all want to be fucked by your orange mushroom daddy. And last but not least, hopefully I don't get copyrighted for this, but new short clip from Jordan Kepler. He's out talking to the maggots. Let's see if that's embarrassing for them.
I've loved everything that he has implemented in the past, so I love if we could put that back into office to keep that going.
Like what stuff?
I like border control.
Yeah.
That's a big point.
We should be working to fix what's happening at the border. Feels like Congress is just sitting on their hands right now doing nothing.
Yes.
They brought up a bill to do something, and Trump said, no freaking way. Why was that a good idea?
I don't know.
No, I don't know.
Trump has been talking
and
right
don't
now
give a
about-
shit. And now that I know that happened, it doesn't change my opinion whatsoever because I'm about fucking nothing.
He says he thinks he should be immune from the actions he takes while president.
Absolutely.
You think he should have total immunity?
Otherwise, everyone's going to jail.
You're fine with Trump as king?
Yes.
Trump as king is good.
Yep.
And that's about as American as you can get.
Yes, it is.
King Trump.
Yes.
I've loved
Yeah,
everything.
kings, baby! It's not like our country was literally founded on fighting kings. No! We need a king, and it has to be Trump. Patriots! Fuck the Constitution. Patriotism is when you hate the Constitution and want a king to run us. Welcome to the new America. It sucks. And that is my Beyond Parody. And we got a couple heroes coming up. So look forward to that. Last chance to get your super chats in if you want to. At least it's honest. I'm an idiot. Don't care. But they all are. It's kind of a prerequisite to be a Trumper. And yep, 330 million Americans in jail. Hey, private prisons. Might want to invest in those stocks now, baby. We're all going to jail. And all right, finishing off, folks. Got to get it going. Been a long one tonight. Time for...
We could be heroes just for one day.
And first off on tonight's heroes, I'm not big on the Democratic Party, like you guys know, but one of the good ones, I think, Katie Porter, thinking about running for California governor, and she gets my vote over Gavin Newsom and Kamala Harris. Seems like a good choice to me. So do it to it, Katie. Good luck. And then, you know who else seems like a pretty good dude? Ken Casey, the lead singer of Dropkick Murphys. Now, I have never heard a Dropkick Murphys song, but this dude seems totally respectful. He's a progressive. He's not afraid to use his platform to speak out against Donald Trump and for progressive issues, but he has a great way of doing it respectfully. Here he is making fun of some Trumpers in his audience.
That's what makes America so actually great, that you guys can speak your mind, and I would never suggest the crowd fucking boo you or turn on you, because it's America. It's kind of a free country still. Ben is willing to wager these fine, well, first of all, do you support American workers? Yeah. Of course you do. All right, American made, sir, could you both turn back when ones. Don't worry, no one's gonna. He just needs to check your tags on your shirt you have. Just need to see what they're made. No, the mega shirt, the mega shirt. Let's see what's made. Nicaragua! It's made in Nicaragua!
Shocker! They don't give a shit about America. Trump supporters are as fake as Christians are. Ain't about shit, none of them. At least he's a good sport. You can have this Nicaraguan bullshit.
That's a good sport. You get one.
Gonna give you an American-made shirt from Dropkick Murphys.
You're gonna make America great again. You got the Elon Musk true Nazi version on. Let's roll the dice. Let's roll the dice. Let's see where it's made. Come on.
He doesn't look too happy about it.
Drum roll, please, man. It's got no tag, and you know what that means? It wasn't fucking made in America. I can tell you that.
Yeah, exactly.
But we'll call it a draw, okay? And we'll give you the shirt. And hey, I appreciate you being good sports. And I will say, from the bottom of our hearts, we are the most anti-fucking MAGA band on earth, okay? But all opinions are welcome because it's still America!
King shit! That's the way to do it. Good on you, Dropkick Murphys. And then finishing you guys off, Bill Burr, once again, the best among us fucking Bill Burr. Did another shout out to Murder Bay Luigi. Oh my God, love me some Bill Burr. Hadn't seen eye to eye to him on a couple occasions, but he's been killing it fucking lately. Like this one.
Yeah, they brought it back a couple of times, and they went with cheaper leather.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because some corporate cunt had to give himself a fucking bonus check at the end of the year. What if we made it worse, but made it look the same?
Yeah.
Then could our pools be bigger?
Not
Free
okay.
Luigi!
Yeah,
that's the way to do it. Free Luigi, baby. Better watch it, Bill. They're going to put you in jail for it. So, then, of course, everybody has to take exception to it. Here's conservatives for you. Wow, what a sick fuck. I guess his DEI wife is pulling his leash extra tight lately. How does a DEI wife mean? Folks, if you need any more proof that when they say DEI, all they mean is the N-word. So Bill Burr has a black wife. Literally, DEI means the N-word. They're not even trying to hide it anymore. It's literally just this fucking cartoon. Oh, so everyone who disagrees with you is a racist? You are a racist. There's no other way to interpret that. How do you interpret DEI wife when he's got a black wife, except for racist? But you go, Wilbur. Love you. And fuck MAGA. And hell yeah, we did it, folks. Another long-ass show. We almost hit 3 hours. I told you it was going to be the biggest show I've done in a while. We actually are going to hit 3 hours. So we're still read the super chats, do the kitty party. So, hell yeah, if you love it, reward me. Go sign up for my Patreon. Please sign up for my Patreon. I need you guys. If you like the show, you better support it. I'm one of the only ones doing this, and thank you for listening to me whine about it. Seth LeBron, $2. You had Dropkick as Heroes last time. Dump one. Did I? Sweet. I still don't know what their songs are, but I like them. One ticket from Smokey Stew. Thank you, Smokey. Smelling delicious. Facts are woke. Liberals, facts definitely have a left-wing bias, I'm sure. Thank you, Cowpoke. Jesus Flavor Christ. Pew, pew, pew. Yep, it's all gross. Isn't it, Jupe? Cowpoke, did he make a racial pass on the waiter? Am I crazy? I don't even know what we're talking about because my mind is dumb and I forget about whatever I covered 5 seconds after I covered it. But thank you, Cowpoke. I'm guessing he did do that. Have you heard the Dusty Wish? This could be a bigger present. Hey, $10 is very generous, and I thank you, Pitt Hadgening. It all adds up, and it means a lot. I appreciate you. Jupe gave one more ticket. Fuck yeah, thank you, Jupe. Seth LeBron, we will tread where there is inequality. Rise! Hey, I'm trying. Do the best I can. Thank you, Seth. Jason, one more ticket. Hell yeah, that's the way to do it. Thank you, heroes. Overtime reward. You did it. You crazy son of a bitch. You actually did it. Agent Orange, reward me. And it feels good, buddy. Appreciate you. 5 more tickets from Smokey Stew and one more. That's like 10. Hell yeah. Thank you, Smokey Stu. If you got one. After party's coming up. Don't miss it. And give Smokey Stig or whoever you gave your ticket, give them your love. Come hang out. One more. It's like 20. I can't count, but close enough. Thank you, Smokey Stig. You rock. Blotchum, $5. I, for one, love. They finally caught one. Keep doing it. Yeah, it just seems like, okay, I'll keep doing it. Seems like it would get old me saying that every show, but I guess it's like, shut up, Dusty. It never gets old, baby. It could be its own segment, and you can keep a counter going. Yeah, eventually I'm going to get AI to go back through all my videos and make like a 10-hour video of me just talking about all the preachers that have been arrested for pedophilia in 1 year. She was officially charged with assault and battery, $1.99. I can Newsom was married to Kimberly Guilfoyle. Yeah, I can imagine it now. Although she used to be hot. Back before she did all that plastic surgery that made her look like Squidward, she was hot. I don't know why conservative women do that to themselves, but whatever. Gender-affirming care. Misanthropic Musings, $25. That's very generous. Thank you. Just doing my little part to keep the Dusty Show going. Hey, that's what you got to do. And I'm able to keep doing this because of you guys. It means a lot. Really appreciate it. In these times, we really need a show like this. You ain't never lied. Keep on, keep it on. I will. You keep on, keep it on, Misanthropic. One more ticker, Jason Ashby. What's up, Jason? Good to see you. Did you see the story in People magazine about the Kansas woman who had terminal cancer? It became a national story. Bernie needs to reach out to her. I did not see that. Send me a link on Twitter, and thank you, Cowpoke. Shout out to the Dust Bunny community. The Dust Bunnies are raw, but it's actually the Dust Buddies. Although Dust Bunnies does make more sense. I didn't name it. I just went with it. The community named itself, baby, and it's the Dust Buddies. Orion McFadden, 666, Hell Satan. Trump tariffs have been already affected where I work. Suppliers are charging 10 to 50% more on anything aluminum. Yeah, they don't know whether he's going to keep his word or not, so they're just doing it to keep themselves safe. But once the prices go up, they never come back down. Even if he removes the tariffs, the prices never come back down. That's how inflation works. So, seems bad. Thank you, Orion. Happy belated birthday. Thank you, Jake. Appreciate you. Happy personal anniversary eating in this world. Hey, I came out of my mom's womb and slapped the doctor. Sorry, I fucked that up because the cat got his ass in my face. Move your ass. Hey, Dusty. I hope you and the kitties are doing okay. Hey, I can't complain. All right, I already read that. Thank you, maybe, for the $100. I saw that again, and you are amazing. And all right, anything pop up before I get out of here? Happy 50th. You're halfway there. Shh, I'm halfway to 100, but I'm living at least 1,000 or, forever. So shut up. But thank you, Steve. Can you please say hello to Alex? Hey, what's up, Alex? Her first time seeing the show. Hey, I hope you enjoyed it. You rock. Come back on Friday. I'll be back on Friday for another episode of the World's Greatest Show. Tell your friends. It's the only show that actually exists in the universe. All right. Haley, check it out. If I Must Die by Rifat Al-Laurer. Is that a song? I'll check it out. And all right, that's it, folks. Hell yeah. I'll be back Friday for another episode of the World's Greatest Show. So be sure to tune in every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern, because we going to do what we do. And be sure to get your ticket to the after party, which is a section that comes up right now. If you know where it is, you know where it is. So work that shit out. But for now, as always, we're going to do a little kitty party. Cats are already ready for it. All right, who wants it? Let's see who shows us that. I bet it's the same assholes. It's always the same assholes. We got Violet already. We got Precious. We got Half Stash. We got Piper. And Pretty Boy. My five. My main five. Hell yeah. A little more for you guys. It's been a good night. All right, love the show, you guys. Hey, if you're watching on the replay, leave a comment. The algorithm loves comments. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Share the videos. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for everything. I'll see you guys Friday. Except for the After Party crew. I'll see you up next. Good night, everybody. Love you.
Deny, defend, depose. Deny the claims. Defend the lie. Depose the weak. Let the strong survive. They thought it was power, but the cracks now show. What you reap, you sow.
The orange one is Half Stash.
Depose. A shot rang out the streets when still not just a man, but the system they killed. The crowd didn't mourn, they cheered instead, not for his death, but for what he'd said. Your life's enough.
Piper is the
a kingdom built on misery. The people's anger finally rose against the words deny, defend, oppose.
So this is Piper right here. She's the one we rescued from the back of an 18-wheeler. This is Pretty Boy, Half Stash, Violet, and this is Precious. Deny, defend, oppose.
This ain't revenge, it's the cost of greed. A reckoning born of ignored.
Cowpoke Ranch. Don't have Twitter, but her name is Esther Farrell. All right, I checked that out. Thank you, Cowpoke.
You cross that line. The people fight back, one life at a time.
Deny the claims, defend the lie, depose the weak, let the strong survive. They thought it was power, but the cracks now show what you reap, you sow. Deny, defend, oppose. The streets remember, the pain still flows from the streets they planted. The anger grows, when the system crumbles, everyone knows. It started with deny, defend, depose. 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 Switch over now.